that, and now you can hear us.
Now you can hear us?
Yeah.
Now you can. Okay, thank you. He's as late on that as he is on his car payments, ladies and gentlemen.
That would have been way funnier if he said child support. That's just.
Oh my gosh! It is the Fantasy Game Time Decisions show for Week 8. Again, I'm Tech Spencer. He's 35-year-old Chris Griffin, and we've got David Smith of Armchair Commentary.
There's a buzzing with the audio.
Oh my God! What is happening?
There you go.
There it is.
There's nothing going on. Jeez.
I got to plug in the thing.
The old, yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. So last night was a rough night, huh?
Yeah, here's the thing. I'm still actively intoxicated. So if we could just all be cool, that'd be great.
Jeremy went out for Halloween last night. Somebody stole his beard.
Yes, I feel like a mashed up bag of arseholes. So I'm just going to be giving up bangers. Oh.
Yeah.
Ascendo said, funny how when you plug something in, it works. 100%.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Stephen Tao, we're trying.
Hey, here's the thing.
We're trying.
I'm here. I don't know how much more could be asked of me. I'm here.
Count that up as a win. Get those Week 8 fantasy questions in for us here in the Sportsocracy, coming to you live from the Ingles Studio. And all right, Jeremy, you hopefully knocked them dead last night.
Oh yeah,
with the Halloween costume.
Yeah, I'll have there will be pictures. It was as white trash as you want it to be.
He went white trash Hulk Hogan last night, which I didn't know that was a thing. I thought it was just Hulk Hogan equals white trash, but it's just me. How about your West Virginia Mountaineers, baby?
Oh God, you talk about the most unequivocal bad beat I've ever seen in my life. That is the worst bad beat I've ever seen, and it got me.
Good for you. Good for you. I hope everybody was pleased with how their college football Saturday went. We got NFL today. Kickoff coming up in about 15 minutes from London.
Yes. We have all your questions.
Yep.
Let's just go.
Start firing away the questions here. First
I look like I'm not allowed near an elementary school, so let's fucking do this.
First up, Stephen Towle. He wanted to know, pick 2. Brandon Ayuk, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Christian Kirk today.
Not Christian Kirk.
Correct.
You want to hear the list of receivers that the Denver Broncos have allowed more than 60 yards to?
Yes.
Do you want to hear it again?
None.
Yeah, it's 0.
Wow.
The defense is the only reason they have 2 wins, and is why they're in every game. If they had a quarterback that remembered how to cook anything,
that's why the defense should say that stupid, goofy shit that let's ride.
DJ Duvernay.
I have the Yosemite Sam mustache. Bye bye.
DJ Duvernay says he needs to know about full PPR tight ends today. He has Evan Ingram, who's going to be kicking off here shortly. So waiver options are Mike Gesicki, Jawan Johnson, Dawson Knox, Taysom Hill. Does he go with Evan Ingram, or does he pick up one of those guys on waivers or on the free agency market?
Dave, I'm going to cede this one to you.
I don't like Dawson Knox.
I don't either. I'm reasonably sure that he tried to bang Josh Allen's mom or something, because they just don't use him at all.
I would lean Gesicki against the Lions.
I think you have to. I don't love Evan Ingram ever.
Ever.
Well, no, just old stone hands. He doesn't really. I'm sure he's fine. I'd probably Gesicki here.
I am the tight end whisperer.
Looking into his tight end, trying to find out the answer.
So there's a lot of options that I want to know if they're available. I don't love any of the players you asked about. If I had to go with one of them, it would be Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill has the most potential for a bang game, though.
Oh, he's got, without a doubt, he has the highest upside, and it's not even close.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll throw that special package at the Raiders?
I think you're going to have to. I think you're going to have to. You're going to have to score points because they are going to score points on you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see. Here's a lineup matchup question from DJ. So he wants to know thoughts on his matchup. He's got, let's see, Lamar, Barkley, ETN, Diggs, A.J. Brown, Ingram, and Hopkins in the flex against Josh Allen, Dalvin Cook, DeAndre Swift, T. Higgins, Chris Godwin, and Harrison Bryant.
You just threw like 8,000 names at me.
And Ramondre Stevenson in the flex. Who wins? I'm going to say you're good. I'm going to say you're good with Lamar and Barkley.
There we go. I see it now. By the way, Harrison Bryant is the streaming tight end option. That was the one that's who I was looking for, and I couldn't make my mustached face say it.
All right.
I would say you're fine. I like Barkley a lot today. I like Hopkins a lot today.
Yeah.
Justin Parton's got a tight end question as well. He's nervous about Darren Waller, as I think all Darren Waller owners are. Are you worried that he doesn't play, and should he go ahead and go with Greg Dulcich?
So, ironically enough, I have this exact same problem in the league, and I'm rolling Greg Dulcich.
Are you?
I think Darren Waller's going to be fine. I'm just not firing him up against New Orleans.
Yeah.
The New Orleans defense is good. Nobody wants to talk about it, but it is good.
Who winds up covering Waller?
Probably some combination of Demario Davis, Tyrann Mathieu. And that's where this gets weird because I don't necessarily think it's a guy that covers him. I think they just throw different looks at him.
Yeah, I don't even think it's a coverage thing. I think it's he's got to get open to get the looks, and I think Hunter Renfro's feeling a lot better this week. He's probably a better option if you're going DFS. I love Renfro. He is cheap.
Oh, yeah, I have some bangers for I have some DFS bangers today.
Okay. Can't wait to hear them. Is Travis Etienne at RB1 status?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Back end, but he's there.
So is he a must-play against the Denver Broncos?
Yes.
He's every week
he's a top 16 running back for me every week. There's just nobody to contend with him for touches.
Okay.
JaMychal Hasty is the handcuff if you are so inclined.
Interesting. Christian Kirk or DJ Moore from
DJ
Free
Moore.
Tigre.
I love DJ Moore today.
I do too. DJ Moore is good with every quarterback not named Baker Mayfield. And the last I checked, P.J. Walker and Baker Mayfield are not the same person. That's plenty enough for me. I like him in DFS today. I think he's a play everywhere.
Same.
Lots of whining and complaining. Like I see Stephen Tao here. He's going to lose all 3 of his leagues today. So T's and P's.
That sounds like bye weeks.
Yeah. Bye weeks and injuries. It comes to that point each and every week for somebody. So, yeah. Next question up. There's a lot of ancillary comments here. I'm trying to sift through.
Are many of them about how I look like I should be driving a Camaro trying to pick up my senior in high school girlfriend?
Yeah, there is a lot of that. There's a lot of that. All right, you already said, Jeremy, that Harrison Bryant is the streaming tight end of the week.
100%. Love him on DraftKings.
Would you play him or Greg Dulcich in a PPR? David Black wants to know.
Harrison Bryant. Look, somebody's got to catch passes for Cleveland. Harrison Bryant is a good receiver. We've seen this before, and nobody else on that team is. If I'm playing the Monday night by itself, Harrison Bryant's my captain because he's cheap as fuck.
Chris D says he's starting Hayden Hurst, but he has to flex one of the following: Dalton Schultz, Garrett Wilson, Alec Pierce, Chase Edmonds, and Nyheim Hines. It's Garrett Wilson, right?
Same again?
Dalton Schultz, Garrett Wilson, Alec Pierce, Chase Edmonds, Nyheim Hines. I think you can cut out the last three.
Yes.
Yeah.
So your question here really is, am I going Garrett Wilson or Dalton Schultz in my flex if I'm starting Hayden Hurst?
A jet receiver is going to go nanners today. It's just a question of, is it Garrett Wilson or is it Elijah Moore? I am personally going Elijah Moore.
This is the breakout game.
I think they're going to play him in the slot. It's been discussed a lot this week in Jetty circles. So we have our first one of these of the day.
I'm your huckleberry.
From top right, Schultz or Bryant, Pittman, Gabe, or Judy at the flex. I will go Harrison Bryant over Dalton Schultz. And you're going to tell me I'm out of my mind? I like Michael Pittman today. Like a lot. Like a whole damn lot.
You're believing in this Sam Ehlinger thing.
I am. And the fact Malik Willis starts today makes Sam Ehlinger my favorite play on DraftKings because everybody will they will piss in their pants to get Malik Willis in. I guarantee he'll be 30% on the DraftKings. Well, he's got such rushing upside. Yeah, and he couldn't throw the ocean open.
But can Sam Ehlinger?
Better than Malik Willis.
Like Sam Ehlinger, he doesn't have the arm, right?
So you think.
So we
He
think.
might.
All
Frank
right,
Reich
so,
is.
but he's.
Go ahead, Dave.
I was just going to say he's $4,000. We're talking about DraftKings here, so let's remember that for one. For two, $4,000 means everything else is opened up after that, and for three, to 3x his $4,000 potential is like peanuts. He just has to be okay.
Right.
So
12.
He's the play.
Anything over 12 is cakes and nuts and candies and butts, which means Sam Ehlinger is that dog. He got that dog
play.
in him.
Okay. All right. Kevin the PRF wants to know, do I consider starting Brian Robinson versus the Colts today over tough matchups for Aaron Jones against Buffalo and Najee Harris against Philadelphia?
Okay, before I say this, first of all, I need you to kill the screen because it's incredibly, A, distracting, and B, it makes me really reticent to say what I'm going to say. I don't know what Brian Robinson has to do to make you understand that he blows dead bears. I really don't know. He's averaging 3.4 yards a carry. If you take away one run where he almost fell the fuck down, he's averaging 2.9 yards a carry. He is awful at the footballs. And this is not a judgment on. I understand why you're asking the question. He just sucks a whole lot, and I do not know what he has to do to make Ron Rivera understand that, or anybody else, because he sucks a lot. He sucks as much as my mustache does.
Bingo. I told him before the show started, I said, if at any point during the show I'm just blankly staring at you, just realize that I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is going on your face.
Yeah. There's a party. In London questions, we got 4 minutes. So if you want to channel through, I know Tal has a London question.
Yeah, let me.
We got a lot of chat to get through here.
Let's see here. London questions. I don't see any. I may just be missing them.
I mean, I can blanketly answer a lot of them.
Why don't we just do this?
I'm taking Denver to win.
Okay.
That's
Tao has the Tao question is he's got Kirk in a league, and the replacement options are Pickens, Doubs, Wilson, Pierce, or Mooney. Pickens, Doubs, Garrett Wilson, Alec Pierce, Darnell Mooney.
I'd go Dubs. It's close with Pickens. I'm not playing Christian Kirk under any circumstances. Well, that's not true. There is a scenario and that's close.
Yeah.
It's just I know he's gonna that he will not be good.
Okay.
He will see a ton of Pat Surtain today.
So you say Dubs or Pickens is the choice?
That's who I would
I hate
go.
Alec Pierce as the third option there, but
I understand the premise with Pierce. I'm just not sure I can get there myself.
yeah, I think Doubs is the play. Doubs is the one. note at 1 there.
And I guess this is a connected follow-up. Says he could go grab Devontae Parker.
Don't do that.
Yeah, I'm out.
Don't do that.
We're like an AA meeting for sports, and Devontae Parker is my drug of choice.
Don't do it.
This mustache on my face came because of my Devontae Parker habit.
Mm-hmm.
I was in a gutter.
Do you know why people don't smoke meth one time? Don't do Devontae Parker.
Bingo.
First time you do it, you won't start. You won't stop.
100%.
Indeed.
Next thing you know, he'll be your keeper in a dynasty league.
JT Money says miss a show, and Jeremy must have lost a big bet.
Nope. Jeremy just had a Halloween costume.
He went all in.
I did go all in.
You
which
never-
is a phrase that would be used with this look quite
Right.
often.
This is now going to spur a new saying when you're Jeremy Greene. You never go full Hulk Hogan.
What you gonna do, brother? Gage Camplin,
I'm your huckleberry.
flex half PPR, Metcalf or Samuel. I don't think either one of them are playing today. I know Deebo's not.
Yeah, Deebo's already been ruled out.
I know Deebo's not playing.
DK's got
He's
a
probably
patellar
asking
strain.
Curtis Samuel.
It's Curtis Samuel there. DK's got a patellar strain or whatever. The same injury that knocked out, God, who's on the IR now? Someone else had one and they have to have surgery, and it's like forever. Yeah, Curtis Samuel is the play.
I should have known that. Gage is a smart guy. I should have known he wouldn't ask me about a question about somebody that was ruled out 2 days ago.
Two injured players, yes.
For me, I'm going Curtis Samuel. Curtis Samuel's is the play in Washington today, I think.
Would agree with that. Stephen Tow's asking, no Tyler Conklin for DFS?
It depends on how you feel like that game goes. Because that game's going to go one of two ways. Either the Jets are going to blow the doors off New England, or they're going to lose. I don't think there's an in-between. I tend to lean to the former, which means I'm not going to lie to you. I don't hate a Zach Wilson, Elijah Moore. Hell, you might even be able to go Garrett Wilson, Braxton Berrios stack in DraftKings. It's going to be super contrarian.
Start Pitts or Tunyon?
Pitts. I don't like anything for Green Bay today.
That one from
other than Romeo Dubs.
That one comes to us from Yasir Ahmed.
Welcome in. We're like an AA meeting for sports. Feel free to comment your drug of choice. Mine is my mustache.
PPR, DJ Moore or Deontay Johnson?
DJ Moore by a lot.
DJ Moore. I know that we took a hot shit on DJ Moore for like 5 weeks.
That was with Baker Mayfield.
That was with Baker, and now it's the time for DJ Moore to get his flowers. He's going to get the love. So
his production damn near doubles with any quarterback that's not Baker Mayfield.
Yeah. Let's see here. Here's another roster question.
Okay.
Do I make any changes for the rest of the year? 12-man league, half PPR. He's got Derek Carr, Kenny Walker, Travis Etienne, Mike Evans, A.J. Brown, Dallas Goedert, Nick Chubb, Brandon Cooks, Cortland Sutton, Allen Robinson, Rashad Bateman, Rashad White, and Kirk Cousins.
I mean, personally, I would just take nefarious pictures of myself and send them to your league mates because you're going to just deep dick them with what you just said.
I mean, I believe so. That's a roster I'd be happy with.
Yeah, you have three of the best running backs in the league.
Right.
So,
Is there any
and two elite wide receiver ones.
And I look at that and I go, I don't know that there's anybody on that list that I would be looking to replace other than Allen Robinson.
Yeah. If there's somebody out there, you could replace him with that. But other than that, just prepare your wiener pictures to send to your league mates because you're going to destroy them. Hold on.
I'm your huckleberry.
Gage with another flex half PPR, Montgomery or Mostert. I'm going to say this name a lot today. Raheem Mostert by a billion.
Mostert against the Lions, worst defense in the league.
He's going to be so chalk on DraftKings, and I don't even kind of care.
Dolphins get out to a huge lead and just run Mostert. Is that what you're thinking?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You with me on that one, Dave?
Yeah, I don't see how you can get away from. There's a couple of people so week in week out. There's a bunch of guys that we usually key in on. This week there's like 4, and Mostert's one of them. You just have to. There's no way.
He's he's 5,900 on DraftKings, and it opens up my favorite play, which is Lord Derrick Henry. He's going to be very popular, and I don't give 2 shits.
Well, I mean, it becomes one of those things if you're going to have the player of the day, don't be contrarian to not have the player of the day. I mean, if Derrick Henry's going to put up all these points and everybody's going to have him, you need to have him too.
Then you should probably have him.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a good idea to have that guy.
Or you're going to watch him continuously score, and you're just going to sit around and go, oh. Much like my face.
And what is it you always tell me? Don't be contrarian just to be contrarian.
Yes. There's contrarian and then there's stupidity.
Right.
And in a day where you have a billion pay down options, there is no reason to not play Derrick Henry.
Yep. Eric Miller, no. Jeremy did not go full Hick Flair last night.
He went Hick Hogan.
There are pictures, but Hick Hogan will be revealed at some point.
Oh, hold on. I could find one.
Yeah, get one.
Yeah,
Flash it up on the screen. We need to see you in all your glory because I'm curious. I mean, did you go like eat your vitamins and say your prayers Hulk Hogan?
Yes.
Or did you go like NWO Hulk Hogan?
No, I went.
Did you go Hollywood Hulk Hogan?
No, I went. I went full.
He went full American. I am a real American.
Oh, no doubt.
Nice. Did you at least play the song on your phone while you walked in? You should have if you didn't.
I didn't.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. That's an absolute missed opportunity. That's real or not real. That is the greatest theme song in the history of wrestling.
No doubt. Well, other than the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. That's the greatest theme song ever.
Yeah.
No, you guys don't want a "You Suck" from Kurt Angle?
No. That was, that was more the crowd than anything.
Yeah, and that got played out fast.
Yeah, and plus Kurt Angle was my hero, and I didn't appreciate that. I didn't appreciate the "You Sucks."
Hold on. We got one of these from Matthew Hoffman.
I'm your Huckleberry.
Buffalo, Dallas, Philly, Miami, the Jets, and Carolina. I'm assuming he's asking a parlay question.
Okay.
There are 2 places where I think that can go horribly wrong. Miami is one of them, and Carolina is the other. There is a possibility that Carolina just gets smoked today. They're not good. I don't care what they did to Tampa Bay. That team's still not good.
I don't think they get smoked, but I don't think it. I think there's too many Panther fans going into this game going, oh, all P.J. Walker has to do is beat the worst pass defense in the league. Awesome, I'm in. Yeah, I don't think that's how this is going to go.
Mm-mm.
This is not just going to be P.J. Walker in there flexing his XFL deck like, hey, here we go.
Hey, look at this.
No.
You want some of that?
This is not how this is going to go down. Nobody has trounced the Falcons this year, and it's definitely not going to be the Carolina Panthers.
You mean the division-leading Atlanta Falcons?
Exactly. The division-leading Atlanta Falcons.
The Atlanta Falcons. That's your division.
God.
That's your division.
And Panther fans, please stop this. I've seen all of your comments like, you mean to tell me we could be first in the division? You don't want to be! Like, why? Hope is a terrible thing, guys. Why do you want to now win this division at 7-9? Like, be fucking bad.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna give you and look, I'm not trying to shit on Panther fans. I'm really not. The only way I can equate this, we all have that friend, all right, and he's a little dumpy, and his hygiene is probably is probably a little sus.
Yeah.
Basically, what you have done is tell that guy he's a 9. So he's going out with big dick energy.
Yeah.
And it's going to go so badly. Every girl in the bar he's going to get at least 3 vodkas in his face. No doubt. And he's still going to end up going home to whack his weenus.
Either that or he's going to wake up in a trailer park somewhere. Like,
with me.
Yeah.
Looking like this.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't thinking he was going to go, that way, but
Full cuddle with a struggle. Let's go.
Oh, God.
The old struggle
It's got
cuddle.
old Brokeback Trailer Park over here on me.
I do look like a guy that you would really not want to be cellmates with.
Hell no. That guy's going to hurt me when the lights go out.
That guy, when the lights go out, that dude's going to want to snuggle, and I'm so out.
There's going to be no snuggling. There's going to be a wadded up sheet in my mouth. And it's
This may be the most fun I've had doing this show, and I can't tell you how long.
We're officially off the rails.
Oh,
Of
no
course.
doubt.
Of course we are.
Dave's like, I'm still here, and y'all are talking about prison rape. That's how that went.
Listen, pull your pocket out. It's all right.
Hold my pocket.
Let's see. Here's
Hold on,
a.
I would be remiss if I didn't do this.
I like you, and I want you. And we can do it the easy way or the hard way. So the choice is yours.
Choice is yours.
Choice is yours. Here's a money line question on the Jags, plus 125. Should it do it? Well, kickoff has already happened, so.
Live bet that shit.
Was that a good one?
100% live bet that shit.
Was that a good one? Would you take Jags in the money line? I would.
I wouldn't. I like Denver today.
You do?
I do.
Okay.
I picked Denver today.
No, that's right. You did.
Let
Chris
me get
D.
out my old handy-dandy notebook because, yesterday college football started so good, and then it went so bad. I was actively trailing the number by 4 touchdowns in 3 games at one time.
That's rough.
That's hard to do.
Yeah. That is
You
rough.
almost have to try.
Chris D says he needs a deep wide receiver flex option. Traquan Smith, there must be 20 people in this league.
At least.
Traquan Smith, Ray McLeod, Marquise Goodwin, Sammy Watkins, Elijah Moore, or Darius Slayton.
It's Marquise Goodwin, and it's not even kind of close.
Or Elijah Moore.
Elijah Moore he's got the highest upside, but I would say of the ones you said that I would go Marquise, bro.
Yep.
Or Marquise Goodwin, excuse me.
We knew what you meant. Marquise Goodwin is the answer on that one there. Chris D.
We also have
I'm your huckleberry.
from Gage Camplin. Who you got today? Hawks, Gents.
The only matchup between 2 teams with winning records today.
Isn't that gross to say out loud?
That is gross.
Yep.
That is gross. I got the Giants.
No, Seahawks.
Seahawks at home.
She-birds. Give me the she-birds at home.
Logan
Walker
True.
with 300 yards and 2 tutties.
If you have Ken Walker, just go ahead and fire him up today.
Logan Trevino wants to know Kittle playing the Rams or Freiermuth playing the Eagles.
Kittle.
Agreed.
Kittle found something last week. I don't know if it's rhythm. I don't know if it's just getting back into it. He found something last week, and he's starting to look more and more like the old Kittle as long as he stays healthy. And I don't mean the broken Kittle. I mean the Kittle that plays.
I want to encourage everyone in the YouTube chat to keep throwing out the Jeremy looks likes. I will read them gladly with a big smile on my face.
100%.
Tyler Cunningham says Jeremy looks like Tiger King's brother.
100%.
I like that. He also says,
wait, hold on. Just since you can't just throw that out
that's
there.
true. We gotta play it.
Hold on, I gotta find it.
He's still seeing. He's got double vision
100%.
from his Foreigner concert last night.
It's here somewhere. I know it is. You keep going.
Also says Jeremy looks like Duck Dynasty's mom.
I feel like that's more offensive to the mom than it is to me, but I'll go with it.
100% it is, but it's still funny as fuck.
Hold on,
Love it.
I'm actually gonna have to place it.
JT Money, could the Steelers get a win in Philly? It's gonna be a no from me, dog.
Shit, no. And I've seen more than one person pick them, and I just sit back and laugh. Like, are you out of your mind?
Seacrest out on that. That's Randy Jackson for me.
That's gonna be a no from me, dog. There it is. This has never fit me more than it does right now.
Nope. The only thing you're missing is that eyebrow ring. Oh, you need an eyebrow rig so bad.
It's Seacrest out. It's going to be a no from me, Doug.
Penguin Master says he pulled off a trade here, wants to know what you think. Deebo Samuel and Raheem Mostert for DeAndre Hopkins and Najee Harris. Already on his team is Kyler, Cook, Jacobs. Oh, and he's added in Hopkins, Najee, A.J. Brown, Zach Ertz, David Montgomery. Full PPR, 12-team league. Did I win? Yes.
Are you playing with children?
Exactly.
You're either the greatest drafter of... I have no idea.
You draft well.
Where?
You draft well, sir, and you just trade raped someone. So congratulations.
Oh, absolutely.
Cheers to you.
Every single week we do this show, and someone comes on here and they're like, I got every RB1 and wide receiver 1. Am I going to win? Shut up. Stop playing with children and start playing with grown-ass adults. I don't know where you guys are finding these leagues with all these chumps. Come on.
ESPN.com.
100%. Is there money involved in this? I do love that question. I got Saquon Barkley and Ken Walker and Damian Pierce, and my quarterbacks are Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts, and Josh Allen. Like, the fuck? I always all right. So, Armchair, I don't know if you're in the same vein as me. My rule is always when people ask that question, I start trying to figure out where you drafted people. Like I'm like, all right, so where did you go? Who went 1? Who went 2? And as I go through it, I'm like, and I always love that question when I go, you have 6 first-round picks.
Mm-hmm.
How did you?
I got Najee Harris in the 6th round.
I got Najee Harris as an undrafted free agent. Oh, hold on.
I'm your huckleberry.
Gage Camplin asks, am I missing something? Why are the Pats favored? Well,
Jets.
gone.
Jet.
Bingo.
I say it has a lot to do with Breece Hall's injury. And Vegas wanting you to put money on the Patriots, knowing full well you're going to lose your ass.
That you're going to get defiled.
From the mouth of the Patriots fan. I didn't even have to say it.
Look, I don't know how that game's going to go. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I know how it's going to go because that's what happened. And Steve Attell said because Vegas is stupid. No. It's not that Vegas is stupid. Vegas wants you to do things that make you feel like you're smart.
And they will trick you into doing it.
They want you to feel like you're winning. I'm going to take the favorite because it's an easy favorite. And then no. And then you lose. And that's what happens. That's why Vegas is Vegas. And you're here listening to us.
Vegas is Vegas doesn't make a lot of boo-boos.
No.
Ascendo's question, Pat Freiermouth or Zach Ertz? He already has DeAndre Hopkins in his lineup. Should he play Hopkins and Ertz, or should he go for some variety and throw in the Steeler?
It limits your upsides a little bit, but I still like Ertz.
Yeah. Same.
Now, you're probably not going to break your you won't be the high water mark in your league this week, but you'll probably still win.
Daniel Hillman wants to know, how big are we on Michael Carter this week?
Hold on, I'm coming up with an analogy. You two answer this.
I'm not big on Michael Carter this week.
You're not big on him at all?
No.
I mean, define big. Like
touchdown.
Back end RB2, I think is where I'm at in my head. I mean, I feel like he's going to get a good amount of the touches in the offense. I mean, I think the touches for him goes probably 60-40.
Oh, at least. He might even be low.
Yeah, and I'm factoring in the passing down work because he's going to get all of that. And James Robinson being with the team for 5 days, I can't see that he's going to take away more than. No, like I said, 60-40 of the rushing attempts.
And we have our first touchdown between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Denver Broncos. Anyone want to take a stab at who it was? Don't look in the chat.
Cortland Sutton.
No.
It's Evan Ingram.
Greg Dulcich.
He's literally told you who it was 3 times.
Yep. Who was it?
Evan Ingram.
Of course it was Evan Ingram.
I do love that Tank heard the answer 3 times and then just kept guessing. It's Evan Ingram. Travis Etienne. Nope. Evan Ingram. Cortland Sutton.
Still nope.
Still no. I
Ed
didn't
McCaffrey.
hear him saying that.
Rod Smith.
If he said it, you should have rung the bell and I'd have stopped. Thank you. You want me to keep guessing? I'll keep guessing.
James Robinson. Fuck, he plays for the Jets now.
Satisfied Browns fan says, who is that in the middle of you and Armchair? I'm not sure. I found him on the side of the road this morning, just kind of stumbling. And I went, hey, you kind of look like Jeremy Greene.
He had his dick in the back of a raccoon. It didn't appear to be going well for him.
He's going full on Fat Perry Saturn this week. I like it.
Yes. Fat Perry Saturn. There's a name I didn't think I'd hear on this show, on this yonder show today.
No, sir. And I wish to God you'd have dyed it blonde or you'd be Scott Steiner.
So I considered doing that, and I went, nope, that's a path too far.
We could have had Steiner math then.
Oh, Steiner math's so good. Jeremy has no idea what we're talking about.
I'm thinking about the Steiner brothers doing long division. That's all I got.
No. There was
a little inside wrestling.
Yeah. There was a stand up that I will show you after a promo.
Indeed.
That I will show you after the. It's great. Steiner math's awesome. Apparently, he has a 141% chance to win. Anyway, let's see.
Hold on.
I'm your huckleberry.
Gage asked, who do you like rushing prop bets today? Well, let's take a gander, shall we? I don't play a lot of prop bets. So if you ever have this question, just be sure to ask it because I don't think to say it.
But why? Is it because they're so bootsy or?
No, it's not my thing. It's kind of like going into a casino. I never go to the blackjack table. If I'm drunk, I go video poker. If I'm sober, I go to the live poker tables.
Ascendo says Jeremy is what people picture when people make that joke about 50 Shades of Grey being in a trailer park.
Bingo.
If you're rich, you can get away with it.
100%.
If you're poor, that's kidnapping and rape.
Yeah, if you're rich, you have a fetish. If you're poor, you're going to jail.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm gonna tie you up. I don't think you are, because that just you saying that made my skin crawl.
Taysom Hill or T.J. Hawkinson at tight end today?
Hawk.
I'm going Hawk. Big time.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, I don't know if this could be another. Close to what was it, 150 yards that he had that one game. I don't know that he's going to get that, but I'd like him against the Miami Dolphins.
God, I wish there was a total yards on Christian McCaffrey because I would be all friggin' over it.
I have a total yards on McCaffrey.
You do have it. What is it?
60.5.
Is that just rushing yards? Because that's what I got as rushing yards.
Oh, sorry, just rushing yards. Yeah, you meant total.
Yeah,
yards.
I want total yards because I'm not 100% sure how they're going to do it. Somewhere there is a total yards for Christian McCaffrey, and I would want the over.
Here's another. Should I do something with my team?
Okay.
Yasir Ahmed. This is full PPR, 12-man league. He's got Patrick Mahomes, Leonard Fournette, Dalvin Cook, Amon-Ra St. Brown, T. Chiggins, Miles Sanders, Keenan Allen, Kyle Pitts, Marquise Brown's on IR. He's got Robert Tonyan, Chase Edmonds, and Darnell Mooney.
Who asked this question?
Yasir Ahmed.
Okay. It's the one that ends in Marquise Brown on IR?
Yep.
Okay. Get rid of Leonard Fournette because he blows dead bears.
Mm-hmm. Worst
Other
rushing
than that,
team in the league.
Other than that, you're in pretty good shape.
Like we mentioned on Tuesday, sell Lenny.
And preferably go pick up Rachaad White because he's the running back for Tampa Bay that you want.
Bill Belichick says you look like the mullet guy on the Grown Ups movie.
I think I saw that movie, but I'm not positive.
Are you talking about the one that actually I don't even know that I'm sure which one he's talking about. Seen that movie a bunch of times. Can't think of the mullet guy for some reason.
Oh.
Lawrence from Office Space. Good on you, Scott Cushaw. I believe you'd get your ass kicked for saying something like that.
Hey, Peter Man, breast exam from Channel 7.
God damn it, Lawrence. Did you just pretend we can't hear each other through the walls?
No. Man, I think you'd get your ass kicked for that.
That's pretty good.
I know.
Like that.
That's actually an impression that I did long
100%.
ago.
100%.
Also,
Let's
I
go.
discovered I could do another one the other day, and now I can't remember who it was. It'll come to me.
I'm your huckleberry.
Mostert over 66.5. Derrick Henry over 100.5. When your line in Vegas is 100 yards rushing, you are about to just take your probably sizable member and just thrust it upon the Houston Texans. I don't know that I've ever seen 100 yards as the line on a running back. If you don't have Derrick Henry today, you did it wrong. Mm-hmm. There's only two outcomes here. He is top 5 high scoring running back, or something happens to him. That's the only two paths.
Jeremy looks like he wears red, white, and blue overalls without a T-shirt.
What's wrong with that? Fucking love my country, man.
Jeremy looks like that orange monster on Monsters, Inc. who got the sock stuck on his back. You do. And then they zoomed down and shaved him. He's like, oh. And now my life sucks. We got a 23-19. Jeremy, you look like Danny McBride's red-headed stepbrother.
100%. Danny McBride and I would be best friends if we ever met each other. I have zero doubt of that.
Zero doubt.
We just do karate in the garage. By the way, I do want to ask a question in the chat. Usually you ask questions to us. Now I want to ask a question. How long do you think I can keep this before Amy physically holds me down and shaves it off my face?
I'm going to go with 4 hours, Bob.
I've already made it that long.
I'm saying 4 more.
Oh, well, she is not in town today.
Oh.
So, we will.
Okay, you got 30 minutes from the time she gets back.
2 days.
I think Dave's got this pretty accurate.
Is this a game you're going to play?
Probably. Yeah.
To see how long it takes.
Yeah, and I might even get aggressive and diet. I may actually just diet to willfully try to piss her off.
Can you dye it red, white, and blue?
Yes, he can.
Yeah,
and he's gonna.
And I'm gonna.
And he's gonna. You go white in the middle, red and blue on each side.
No doubt.
Yeah,
there's no doubt.
And when people ask you what's going on with your mustache, just ask them.
It's as free as it gets, bitch.
You don't like America? It's your problem.
Jeremy looks like a bald eagle sat on his face.
Bingo. It did. I love my country.
It's the look of freedom.
Okay. I think
speaking of which, I will be at the Village Porch. Are you coming to the Village Porch today?
I will not be. I got to do Halloween stuff with the kids. So
I will be there all day. And frankly, the first person to buy me a beer might be the first person that I've hugged in quite some time. Because I am going to need a beer bad. If somebody said that made it sound like I'm poor, and I'm not. If somebody's sitting there with a beer when I get there, and I don't have to wait for anything, just
gotcha.
Here,
just because he needs it in his suck hole.
A bad.
Colin Greene says, just think about it. Eno Benjamin or Jonathan Taylor?
It's Jonathan Taylor by a lot.
Yeah, what's there to think about? I don't understand.
Why are we thinking there?
This is like some 3-dimensional chess shit that he's got cooked up in his own head, I guess. I
get it. I mean, Eno, for me, I get why you asked the question because Jonathan Taylor's been a bag of cock holsters. By the way, if you don't go Sam Ehlinger today, one of my favorite fades off of it is to play Jonathan Taylor because he is $8,000 against the poopy Washington Commanders.
Mm-hmm.
You do with that information what you will.
I don't know. I mean, would I be terribly surprised if Eno Benjamin outscores Jonathan Taylor? Not really.
I will be.
The NFL's drunk, as we all know, but I'm not taking that chance with my lineup. Because Jonathan Taylor could score 8 or he could score 40.
That wouldn't shut me off. He scored 40.
Eno Benjamin could score 8 or 12.
Or 2.
Or 2. Jeremy looks like Hulk Hogan and Greg the Hammer Valentine had a baby.
What you gonna do, brother? Say your prayers and drink your milk and eat your vitamins. And see, with that voice, I kind of trail off into. I start Hulk Hogan, and then I trail off into. Hey, Peter, man, Redskins have no channel 11.
Big Birds, Dubs, Pickens, or McLaurin. Half PPR. Needs one of them in the flex. Dubs, Pickens, or McLaurin.
Ooh.
I'm on Terry. Scary Terry on Halloween? Hell yeah.
If only he was being thrown to by Sam Howell. Boom.
Bingo.
Pickens for the half PPR. Might be Dubs. Half PPR makes it worse.
I'm going to say something I don't say very often here. I'm going with Tank. Terry McLaurin's the best receiver there.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
And I don't feel great about any of them.
How many receptions he going to get?
Today?
Yeah. I just I'm looking at it and
he's going to get Stephon Gilmore, which I don't hate, but I don't love either.
They have him at 4.3 receptions today.
I'd go over, I think.
I 5 was the number in my head.
I was thinking 6 out of 10.
I had 9 targets, 5 catches, 72 yards, probably sneaking the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
That's where my brain went.
So it's not like we're super high on Terry McLaurin.
No.
But it's a solid pick.
All right, I need some more coffee. And Anthony Hurt asked a question that I want to go three-dimensional chess on. So put a pin in that, and I'll be back in 2 minutes.
In just a minute. All right, let's see here. Daniel Hillman says he traded Deontay Foreman for Christian Kirk straight up. Is that a win? I would say yes. Armchair?
Yes.
Says also, should I trade playoff Lenny and Kirk for Miles Sanders? For me, that would be a yes.
100% yes.
That would be a yes. If you can get somebody to unload.
If that's, yeah. If
Lenny.
someone sent you that deal, go now, take it.
100%. Let's see. DeAndre Swift or Miles Sanders?
Miles Sanders by 1 billion.
Agreed. Thank you for the question, Lisa Ebenzel. She also wants to know Taysom Hill or Greg Dulcich. And hopefully you played Greg Dulcich, in my mind.
Yep. If not, you're kind of stuck with Taysom, and that's okay, I guess.
Yes.
It's okay.
Yes,
it's not great, but it's okay. At least you've got the opportunity for a 20 bomb to happen.
Indeed. Let's see. I haven't even looked at the game here. Once again, everybody's pissed off. Like, what do you mean I can only see this game on ESPN Plus? You mean I got to pay for shit? Yeah, you got to pay for shit. We got under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Jacksonville Jaguars up 7-0 on the Denver Broncos. As we said earlier in the show, it was Evan Ingram getting in for the 22-yard touchdown for the Jacksonville Jaguars, and currently the Jaguars have the ball on the Denver 41, 2nd and 9, according to the Gamecast.
This is an awful game.
Yeah, they're
Not
always
that I needed to
awful
tell you
games.
that, but it's a bad game. Yardage-wise, everything. It's just bad.
Yeah, they're
It's
always awful. The international games should be outlawed.
I'm fine. I don't understand how it affects them that much, to be honest with you. If you come off a bye week and you're playing there, or you're going into a bye. I don't think you should go into it. I think you should come off your bye playing over there and then play a long game after. Because honestly, give them the time to rest and get acclimated. I don't see how we're in a time where you could play in Mexico City, no problem, but we can't go. The flight it's not that long, couple hours, 12 hours.
Right.
You fly coast to coast. 10 hours.
Mm-hmm.
It's 8 hours from here to Vegas for me by flight. And yet we're looking at a whole 52 yards for T-Law and 19 for Russ. Like, it's ugly. I'm just over it.
God,
I'm over it. Two ugly teams playing over there, and yeah, it is what it is.
Still not looking forward to the Germany game in 2 weeks when the Tampa Bay Buccaneers face the Seattle Sea Chickens. That's going to be, oh, God, our season's over. Sorry, that was my own personal sad moment of the day. Let's see. Let's get back to the questions here in the chat here. Coming to you from the Ingles Studio. I think Jeremy got lost. He's, I don't know. He must have found a sale on flip-flop somewhere. Would you do A.J. Brown for DeAndre Hopkins straight up in a full PPR?
So, personally, I wouldn't. You do have Kyler, Penguin, so
yes.
I think that might be okay. That's a good stack. D-Hop makes Kyler infinitely better. Like, he's significantly better when he has Hopkins. So I get the thought behind it. I think it's probably a fine trade, especially if you have Kyler. I'm on the fence about giving up A.J. Brown, though.
A.J. Brown for D-Hop straight up.
No way.
He has Kyler, so looking for the stack.
Yeah, I want more.
Yeah.
Okay. Non-PPR start today, Amari Cooper or Tyler Boyd playing in tomorrow night's game.
We talked about this a little bit, the Tyler Boyd situation, Jeremy, where he's either your best guy or he's garbage. He's either the top half or bottom half. And there's not really much to say which way it's going to go until it happens.
He's played 13 games with Joe Burrow without Jamar Chase or T. Higgins. In those 13 games, he finished top 26 times.
Mm-hmm.
He's been outside of the top 30 the other 7.
That
Very boomer bust. I'd go Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
I like Tyler Boyd. He's usable
Mm-hmm.
this week, but I wouldn't play him over Amari Cooper. We have
I'm your huckleberry.
Gage said, here's my fuck it bet. I love fuck it bets.
These are the best.
Straight up, Dallas, Philadelphia, the Jets, the Titans, the 49ers, and Mostert over 66.5 at 33-1 odds.
I don't hate that.
I don't either. The only one the one that legitimately scares me there is the Titans. I don't think people realize how ill prepared Malik Willis is to be an NFL quarterback. Which leads me into the question that I said I wanted to talk about before I had to go have a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Thought we were one of those things you don't want to do on camera. Thought that was coming.
Oh,
we're good.
Good.
We're fine.
Good.
All right.
Anthony Hurd asked, what if Sam Ehlinger is really good today? I think he's going to be. I think he's going to be. I'm playing Michael Pittman with him in DraftKings. And I'm not worried about it in the freaking least.
I don't think
look,
you have to be.
Frank Reich is hanging his job on Sam Ehlinger.
Mm-hmm.
What does that tell you?
He believes in him.
The guy that's been with him every day for 2 years is hanging his job on Sam Ehlinger. And this is the first time he's made a quarterback call, I think, the entire time he's been there. Ehlinger is the free space on the wheel in DraftKings today and allows you to do anything you want.
Literally anything. He's $4,000.
Which
and
is,
if you don't like,
I would be $4,000. If I played quarterback in the NFL, I would be $4,000.
If you don't like the Pittman stack, there are 100 other ways you can go, but it's like it. I don't know why you wouldn't. He's gonna play, and they're gonna play Frank Reich's game at this point.
And I'll be honest with you, this is one time I don't necessarily know that you have to stack him with anybody.
You don't.
Jesse Torres, good streaming quarterback for the week, I guess, other than
Danny
Sam
Dimes.
Ehlinger.
I like Danny Dimes, Sam Ehlinger. You could probably do worse than Malik Willis because he's going to run a lot because that's all he can do.
On a scale of 1 to Justin Fields, how prepared is Malik Willis to play this game?
Less than Justin Fields.
Less than Justin
Less than Justin Fields.
Well, Justin Fields has first team reps all week long, and Malik Willis is.
He's run with the first team the majority of the week because Tannehill's been sick, I think, since Tuesday.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like Malik Willis, and I'm very happily playing Sam Ellinger today.
Chauncey Major wants to know Eno Benjamin or Tony Pollard.
Tony Pollard.
Not close? Or is it?
Not really for me. I think Tony Pollard's an RB1. Mm-hmm. He's another free space on DraftKings. Mm-hmm. You either do it or you regret that you didn't.
Yep.
Because there's not another running back on that team, and they are going to blow the Bears out.
Pick 2.5 PPR from Evan Gittleman.
That's a new name.
Don't think I've seen that name.
We're like an AA meeting for sports. Feel free to chime in your drug of choice. Mine has long been Devontae Parker.
Indeed. Pick 2.5 PPR, Michael Carter, Eno Benjamin, Najee Harris, or DJ Moore.
You threw a lot of names at me right there.
Michael Carter, Najee Harris, Eno Benjamin, DJ Moore. Pick 2.
Michael Carter, DJ Moore.
That's where I'm at. Armchair?
Yeah. Yeah, the half PPR is always a little bit different for me. I think I'm Michael Carter, DJ Moore. Najee is closer than you probably think.
I hate Najee today.
I know, but
I could see him having 22 touches for 44 yards.
That Philadelphia defense is killer.
Well, and Pittsburgh is terrible.
Exactly. Mostert, Walker, Swift, Pollard, or Stevenson in DFS today?
Not Stevenson.
No.
Not Stevenson.
Not Swift.
Not Swift. So Mostert, Walker, Pollard.
In that order. With Walker being flip between. I think Mostert might be the 2 there.
Mostert's a good play today.
I like Mostert a lot. Walker's a fine play there. I would go probably Mostert, Walker, Pollard. Stevenson is going to get touches, but I don't know what to tell you. The Jets shut down running backs, and they do it well.
They do,
and people don't want to talk about that, but they do. Like good ones.
Mm-hmm. He's right.
Yeah. Swift, I don't trust. This will be his first game back. People are going to they're going to hammer Swift, and I just don't see it myself. Not yet. We looked at his first game back numbers. He'll be on a pitch count. Give him time to get acclimated.
Poor Daniel Hillman. He says he traded Pollard 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
what'd you get for him?
That would be. I'm curious to know the answer to that.
Daniel, let us know in the chat. What did you get for Tony Pollard? Because I mean, I get why you're upset because he's going to be the RB1 today, but how long does that last?
Oh, for a week.
Right.
Yeah.
Because Jera has to use Ezekiel Elliott. That's he will actually die if he doesn't.
Oh, he says he traded Tony Pollard, A.J. Brown, and J.K. Dobbins for Leonard Fournette and DJ Moore.
Well, the DJ Moore pick is good.
Oh no.
T's and P's.
P's and T's.
So, yeah, I understand all the crying faces after that. Yeah. Tyler Lockett or Jacoby Myers?
Tyler Lockett.
Tyler Lockett.
Twice. That game is going to be more shooty-outy than you want it to be.
100%. I want to have multiple pieces of that.
Yeah.
Hillman says his 2 wide receivers were Tyreek Hill and Stephon Diggs, so he didn't need A.J. Brown. That doesn't help your trade case, though.
Yeah. Leonard Fournette's not good.
You got smoked in that deal.
It's okay. I've seen that team. It's quite
fine.
formidable.
Well, good.
You can actually write that off on your taxes and just say you were giving everybody else a reason to continue playing. I've seen that team.
Let's see here. Streaming a quarterback this week. Should I start Kirk Cousins in a dome or Daniel Jones in the rain in Seattle? I don't like the fact that it's going to rain in Seattle for Daniel Jones because he has a hard time holding on to the football anyway.
Yes.
So, yeah, it's Kirk Cousins in a dome. Is he playing in prime time?
Then Kirk Cousins is fine.
Then you're good. Then you're good.
That reminds me, I need to look and see if we have any other. That's the only weather game I'm seeing. And it's only possible drizzle, but the wind's going to be blowing quite aggressively.
All right, I'm going to do that thing that Jeremy just did. I'm going to have to step out and pedal. I will be right back. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves. Armchair, do you have a cheap DFS receiver today?
Not particularly.
I liked Wandale, but I forgot that it was going to be raining.
I still like Wandale because someone's going to get the ball.
I think I'm going Garrett Wilson.
Saquon's there. Garrett Wilson's fine. I like Garrett Wilson.
I think I'm going Garrett Wilson today.
I'll be honest with you, there are a lot of great options out there, but most of them are like my main entries. I'm paying. I mean, I've got Alec Pierce at 4,600 on one lineup, which I don't hate. With Ellinger, I think he's going to be fine. I've paid down at some spots so I can run a running back heavy lineup. Just being honest, I've hammered Barkley, I've hammered Sanders, I've hammered Mostert, I've hammered Henry. I'm all over it running back today. I like DJ Moore at 5,300.
I love DJ Moore. DJ Moore is my favorite receiver of the day. Oh,
yeah.
We have super chats. Get back to that.
I'm your huckleberry.
2 from Gage Camplin. What other game should I pick today outside of the fuck it bet we talked about earlier? And he asked Vegas. I don't mind Vegas.
Yeah, I don't mind Vegas.
If I had to pick a game outside of the ones that you said,
that's a pick 'em. I mean, the Raiders are favored by 1. That's a pick 'em. Titans Texans are actually a pick 'em.
Yeah, that's with Malik Willis. That just tells you how little.
Yeah.
That tells you how little belief there is in Malik Willis. Yeah, Vegas would probably be that would be mine. I don't love a ton of lines today.
I was going to say the lines are garbage today. The Dolphins -4 is interesting.
I like the Lions.
To cover or outright?
I don't hate them outright, but I do like them to cover. I think that game stays way closer than people think.
Yeah.
It tells me everything I need to know that that's a 3.5 point spread.
Cowboys and Bears, a 10-point spread.
And if I had to pick that game, I would take Dallas.
Yeah.
Then he also asked, commies or Colts, leaning commies?
Colts.
I'm going Colts.
I'm on the commies today.
You would be.
I am.
Traitorous non-American bastard.
Traitorous. Why does that make me traitorous? Oh, the commies. Gotcha.
Benedict Arnold over here.
Gotcha. Took me a second to figure that one out.
I'm firing a billion lineups in the Millionaire today. And almost all of them have Sam Ehlinger as the quarterback.
All right, where did you guys leave off?
How many quarterbacks are you playing?
Say that again?
How many quarterbacks are you playing in DFS? How many different quarterbacks?
2.
That's all I'm playing.
Yeah, it's who is your non-Ehlinger selection?
I have a few shares of Geno.
I
think everybody's off of him. I might change that now that it's potential ram. Well, actually, know what? I'm not tinkering. Fuck it. I'm leaving it.
He said, "Fuck it. I'm not doing it."
No, I'm not. It's the number one rule of DFS. Don't tinker.
It'll come back to bite you more often than not.
It almost always does. It almost always does. You go and you play with something. Don't play with your diddle in public. Don't tinker with your lineups in DFS.
Bingo.
Because if you do play with your diddle in public, you end up looking like Jeremy Greene.
Bingo. It's not good. It's bad luck.
Either that or you're the guy at a Molly Hatchet concert selling 25-cent handlebar rides.
Also true.
Let's see here. Van Jefferson or Garrett Wilson?
Garrett Wilson. By a lot.
By a lot.
Van Jefferson's been activated? Did that happen?
Yes.
Okay. I saw where they were thinking about it, but I didn't see they had actually done it yet. Need one. Deontay Foreman, Gabe Davis, or Devontae Smith in a PPR? You know, Gabe Davis.
I believe I would. I would go Gabe Davis. And Foreman would be reasonably close too.
You're under the impression, you've been all week, that Green Bay Buffalo game is going to be much closer than we think.
Yes.
Just because of the Aaron Rodgers mystique, or what? Because you look at those two teams and go,
desperate people
great.
do desperate things, and that Green Bay team is desperate as shit. I'm not telling you they're going to win. I'm telling you they're not going to get their doors blown off. There's a reason Aaron Rodgers has never been a double-digit dog.
Mm-hmm. Wandale or Curtis Samuel? Wandale Robinson or Curtis Samuel in a half PPR?
Curtis Samuel.
Yeah, I'm there with you.
And I think it's by quite a bit.
PPR, should I trade Miles Sanders and Michael Pittman for Derrick Henry and Robert Woods?
No.
The Robert Woods part of that's irrelevant.
That's I think that's why he put it in parentheses.
No, I don't hate it. I mean, it's fine. If Derrick Henry certainly an upgrade over Miles Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
If you're solid at wide receiver, I think you can do it and be just fine.
Should Daniel Hillman be worried about Mark Andrews?
I don't think he's going to play next week because they're on a bye the week after. So I think it's entirely likely that you'll see him sit this week. Likely will be a dog. And then Andrews will be back after the bye.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't be overly worried about it. It doesn't sound like it's bad. It's just one of those you're going to have to rest it up things.
Okay. Kelvin Joyner says he just got here. What the hell happened to Jeremy?
Well, you want to play good, you try to play good, and now I look very white trashy.
I mean, Jeremy does look like he fell asleep at a party in the trailer park. And somebody just shaved his beard off while he was sleeping.
Yes. No, this was for a Halloween costume. And the rest of it's coming off later this evening.
Oh, I thought you were going to stick with it.
No, God, no.
So
I actually keep looking at myself on the stream like, good Lord, you look so gross. I don't even want to sleep with myself.
That's bad.
Yeah. He said I look like Joe Dirt. I look like Joe Dirt's creepy cousin.
You do.
Hot.
I got CMC as RB1 and Swift coming back. My wide receivers are A.J. Brown and Waddle, says you, who asked the question about the Miles Sanders, Michael Pittman for Derrick Henry trade.
Definitely wouldn't do it then. You're giving up Pittman, taking Woods. You have Waddle and Brown. I mean, I like Waddle, I like Brown, but Pittman as a third there is solid as hell. Also, again, who are you drafting with? Pittman, Waddle, Brown, has Swift at running back, CMC, Miles Sanders? Okay, sure, yeah.
It doesn't sound that far off. It sounds like a lot of drafts that I was in.
Not your drafts, though. Your drafts are awful.
100%. You should draft better.
Stop that. Traded Eckler for A.J. Brown, Miles Sanders, and Mostert.
That's a win.
That's a win. You got 3 good starters for Austin Eckler.
Oh, yeah.
That's a win. Hillman also says, should I try to trade Jamar Chase in my league with Tyreek Hill and Stephon Diggs on his team? He's got Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs, and Jamar Chase.
He said, should I trade for Jamar Chase?
Oh, for Jamar Chase. Excuse me.
I mean, whoever has him is probably desperate. But Jamar Chase is a guy I'm chasing. I think I said this on the fantasy show this week. I'm in 1 billion D leagues. I have one where I'm 1-6. I'm no worse than 4-3 in all the rest of them. So, Jamar Chase is I've got good depth because I went heavy Dameon Pierce. I went heavy Ken Walker.
Mm-hmm.
So, I have extra pieces to play with.
You never want to see a man with that kind of mustache say that.
I got extra stuff to play with.
I got extra pieces to play with.
Yeah. You know where most of them go? In your ass.
Do you know the Saturday Night Live sketch, Drunk Uncle?
Yes.
Jeremy's West Virginia drunk uncle.
100%.
Nice.
Oh.
Very nice. All right.
Boys, we're just 27 subs away from 3,000. Just throwing that out there.
Excellent.
Share the stream out. Let's go.
Right. That's right. Let's get them all
I know
in.
a lot of you have said you don't want you don't want your league mates to know about us. And I get that. But I've been staring at this number for like a week now, and I really want it to start with a 3. Make me very happy.
Eric Bradley says 2 running backs, 2 flex. Who do I trade? Dameon Pierce, Joe Mixon, or Jonathan Taylor? And for what wide receiver?
Jeremy said this on our Friday show. Out on Mixon?
I would probably trade Joe Mixon. I like him this week. He has the grossest playoff schedule I've ever seen. And you can get a fortune. To be honest with you, I would wait until Tuesday because he is going to kick the dick off the Cleveland Browns.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll have a good game, and then you can trade him high. That is my philosophy. Oh, no, it didn't.
Oh,
it reconnected somehow.
Are we back?
That's a new one.
And we're back.
That is the first time it's ever done that. Huh. Hey, we're back.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. All right, so
Hell, I'm glad we didn't just tap out and start saying obscenities.
So Foreman or Lockett, in case our answer got cut off there.
Foreman.
In a half PPR.
I like Deontay Foreman today. Quite a bit, actually.
Okay.
I put it this way. I'm playing him in a DraftKings lineup. He's cheap, actually.
Okay.
Cheap.
Cheap. All right, David Smith, do you concur?
Yeah, I like Foreman. In a half, I like Foreman a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Olave or Smitty? Is that Devontae Smith?
Yeah, you'll have to elaborate on who Smitty is. I'm going to assume that's Devontae Smith.
Because when you say that, I think Steve Smith, and he's not playing anymore.
No. Certainly Olave over Steve Smith.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. If it was Devontae Smith, are you going Devontae over Olave?
Yes. But it's close. I like Olave a lot today.
Mm-hmm.
It's close enough. Olave's going to get played.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No, we've got a 10-point lead now in London for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hot.
10-0.
Denver it sucks.
8 minutes to go in the second quarter. Denver got the ball at midfield.
And Russell Wilson's 4 of 7 for 40 yards with a pick. Travis Etienne, 9 carries, 85 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Because he is good at the football.
Yep, that game's not surprising me at all. That's kind of how I thought that was going to unfold. Not saying they're gonna finish the shutout by any means, but Denver's just so bad.
They're awful.
They are very, very, very terrible.
Mm-hmm. Raiders Saints predictions. Tyler Cunningham wants to know. Raiders and the Saints. How do we see that game going?
I think the Raiders are going to score a lot. I just don't think the Saints can keep up with them. They figured something out with Josh Jacobs. That's how that offense needs to run.
Yeah, I'm just not sure. Because the Raiders, to me, are one of those teams that week to week you don't know. Play to the level of your competition kind of a team. Not saying that, I know the Saints' record is not good, but we believe that defense is pretty good. We know the offense struggles. But I think it's going to be super close. I don't see Las Vegas blowing their doors off.
I don't necessarily see them getting their doors blown off. I'm taking the Raiders pretty comfortably.
Mm-hmm. Superdome's always a tough place to play, and I will not be shocked to see this come down to the final drive. Derek Carr's got the ball in his hands with 2.5 minutes to go, and has to come back from behind to win.
Jeremy, check your messenger. Steven Toesbling.
Yep.
Blasting
I just
in.
responded.
Tanky skipped it.
Oh, my apologies.
I just saw it. Yeah, I responded.
Perfecto.
You can also send me messages on Twitter if you have if you need the pictures, because you can't send pictures in the stream. There's just no way for me to fix that. I would love to fix it, but I can't.
Ascendo wants to know DJ Moore, Brandon Ayuk, or Devontae Smith.
I would say Ayuk.
I like Ayuk today.
I do too.
Yeah, that's where I was leaning.
Actually, you know what? DJ Moore. Now that I think about it, I'm very high on DJ Moore today. He's in virtually every lineup I have.
Really?
And today, that is a lot.
Flex spot, Najee Harris or Michael Pittman Jr.? I'd say Pittman.
I would say Pittman.
Same.
I don't believe Sam Ehlinger is a good quarterback. I don't know what he's going to be able to do with his arm. But I like the upside of him hitting Michael Pittman for a couple of big ones more than I do Najee rushing for a couple of big ones against the Philadelphia Eagles. Sloan Jordan says he just tuned in. Who's the Allman Brother?
Lord, I was born a rambling man. It's
Jethro Allman.
I'm the long lost cousin.
He's the flute player.
Incredible.
Oh, so good, so good. I'm gonna ask that you not shave off the mustache
because it's more fun this way.
It is more fun this way. Jacob's such an underrated beast, says Gage Campbell.
Oh yeah, he's getting a stupid workload right now too.
Yes, he is.
Tyler Cunningham says Tank's hungover. What? No, not so much. I guess it's because I missed a question.
Oh, yeah, there's somebody on this stream that's hungover, and it is certainly me.
Oh. He also wants to know if you got the Peppa Pig meme he sent about me.
I did. It was very funny.
It was very funny. Changing the parlay bet from Matthew Hoffman. Dallas, Philly, Buffalo, Jets, Seattle, and Colts. Money lines, 6-leg parlay, plus 950. Where does it go wrong?
It's hard for me to run a parlay that's plus 950 with 6 legs. If I'm going to run a 6-leg parlay, it's got to be 15-1 minimum.
Mm-hmm. Dallas, Philly,
because
Buffalo.
you'll get fucked in the one that makes no sense.
Yeah,
like Buffalo will get beat.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not much of a deep odds guy.
I don't see much of a path for that happening. I think your 2 weak links there are Seattle against the Giants and the Colts against the Commanders.
I'd be honest with you. If I'm playing a parlay, I'm playing it for big odds because I don't expect it to hit. I'm not playing it because I think it's going to smash.
Hell, I chucked one out yesterday that almost had no chance of winning. and then I almost wind it.
Yeah, if you're gonna the whole point of a parlay is not to be for me, it's about you put out if you're gonna go 6 legs especially. Give me all the odds. I'm not playing all favorites there. I'm putting it on a whole bunch of dogs and let's see what happens.
Sloan Jordan says Jeremy looks like he sells weed laced with chili powder behind a Burger King.
That might be my favorite one I've heard yet. That might be my favorite one I've heard yet. And frankly, I needed that after how bad college football wagering went for me yesterday. 48-0. That's Kansas State. That's a thing that they did.
Mm-hmm. Stephen Tao says you're going to shave it all off and look like a mulleted Hank Hill.
Fact.
I'll tell you what.
I tell you what. I sell propane and propane accessories.
Oh, so he says so Matthew Hoffman says he put Carolina in, and now it's plus 1,400.
Now we're in the ballpark for me.
More of a.
Yeah.
So now it's
a shot in the dark.
So now it's a 7-legger? Is that what we're saying?
I'm your huckleberry.
I always get concerned when you add more legs to the parlay.
Oh, I'll run them 20 deep. I don't give a shit. Gage Camplin said I look like Danny McBride's long-lost brother. 100%. I agree with that.
Mm-hmm. ETN looking good as the feature back so far over in London. Nice.
Uh-oh. Let's ride! We got Broncos in the red zone.
It means so much more when you have the Yosemite Sam mustache.
Oh, I hate that rabbit.
Speaking of college football, I'm just convinced that as a Hurricane fan, I'm in an abusive relationship and suffering from Stockholm Syndrome.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I'm not going to lie. I listen to more of that than I'm proud of, riding around in my brand new Pathfinder.
I saw it was 3-6. What was the final score?
It's 6-3.
That was the final score?
No. 6-3 is the appropriate way to say that. You never say the smaller number first.
Oh, my God.
That drives me fucking crazy, and you know it. The final was 14-12 in 4 overtimes.
Yikes.
It was 14-12 in 4 fucking overtimes.
Didn't Penn State do that last year? Didn't they have a game where they went 5 overtimes?
That was with Illinois.
Yeah. And it was 9-6.
By the way, Penn State, hey, maybe you just lay down next time. Why do we need to score that late touchdown? That do anything for anybody? You feel better about yourself today because you backdoor fucked me? I mean, not as much as TCU did. TCU's dead to me. I hope TCU there is nothing bad enough that I can say about Sonny Dykes. I hope he got home and his wife was banging the mailman. And I want him to see it. I want him to look right in the mailman's eyes.
But why?
Did you not see how the end of that West Virginia game went? West Virginia was the big dog.
Yeah.
7.5-point spread.
Yeah.
Game's over. West Virginia jumped off sides. All they had to do was lay down. What does Max Dugan's jackass do? Chuck one of the end zone. Only way I could lose. And that's what happened. So, fuck Sonny Dykes.
Gotcha. So, should have just taken the penalty and run the clock out? Is that
100%. Yeah, maybe don't be a douche. How about that?
Nah. It's not gonna look. It's not gonna look as good if we don't score that last touchdown. We're fighting for a spot here. We're fighting for a playoff spot. We gotta have some style points here. You can't have a 4-point win against West Virginia. That's not gonna look good to anybody.
Yeah, West Virginia really likes beating ranked teams, and they should have beaten TCU yesterday. But of course, JT Daniels can't help but turn the fucking ball over.
Nope.
Missouri held up for me, though. And that was the game I was heaviest on all day. So.
Well, good. Good for that. Sloan says, you're not Jake the Snake Roberts. You're Jeremy the Salamander Greene.
I don't know whether to take that as a compliment or an insult.
It's an insult.
Sweet.
100%.
I'm okay with it.
Jeremy,
touchdown.
Jeremy, are the Canes done, or should Hurricane fans be patient with Mario Cristobal?
You got to be patient.
Yeah.
You got to understand how bad the Manny Diaz era was There are players on that team that do not belong in high-level college football.
Yeah, you can't tap out now. So Mizzou did hold up for you. That's a good thing. We have Broncos touchdown.
Jerry Judy's in the end zone.
Nice.
Let's ride.
10-7 ball game, second quarter over in London.
Officials really struggling to spot the ball.
It's a hard job.
Not as bad as that one clip that we got sent in the chat. What the fuck was that? Did you see that clip?
No.
Somebody, it looked like it was like a high school game or maybe a D3 game or something. They brought the chains out, or they're at the sidelines, and they bring the chains out and just stretch them out. It's about a foot or maybe 2 feet, and the ref just picks up the ball and moves it to the stick and goes, first down. What the fuck is that?
Yes.
Where the hell are you finding these guys?
That's a guy that's got dinner reservations.
That's a
Bingo.
guy that used to be Jeremy's cellmate in prison.
Bingo. That's a guy that's got money on a high school game. That's what I look like. I look like a guy that bets on high school games.
100%.
Stephen Tao said Central Florida is the best team in Florida. That's a weird way to say Florida State, but I've never seen it spelled that way. Florida State's 100% the best team in Florida. It's not close.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Yeah. And we get to see one of them this week because we play. And trust me.
You're looking forward to it, aren't
Oh,
you?
yeah. Oh, this is a calendar week where I could get to see my Jets deep dick New England and Florida State deep dick Miami. Happy times. And I would say there's a high likelihood of both.
That's a whole lot of deep dicking talk from a guy who looks like he should be in the Village People.
That one was actually good.
Thank you.
That was actually good.
Thank you.
Young man.
Sloan Jordan says, started Greg Dulcich. Should I regret that decision?
Not yet. It's still early.
Yeah, what did you get? I mean,
Here would be my question. What was your
other option?
alternative?
Yeah.
Because tight end sucks. Greg Dulcich at least gets targets. The problem is the Broncos have barely had the ball.
I mean, the only thing that's going to piss you off is if you had the question somebody had earlier, and Jeremy's got this situation, I've got this situation, where if we got Greg Dulcich and Darren Waller don't know what the fuck to do. And what happens if Darren Waller comes out and has his breakout game, and you went with Greg Dulcich and he ends up with 3? That's going to piss you right off.
Piss you right off. Oh, it was Dalton Schultz or Taysom Hill, so I read, yeah, and I think that was the right call.
Yeah, you went. That's fine. Absolutely fine. 12 straight losses to New England. Jeremy might go full Hick Flair again if your Jets win today.
Oh, yeah, I will get aggressively just roundhouse intoxicated.
Is that the game of the day?
Jets Patriots?
Mm-hmm.
It's the CBS game. Of which that doesn't sound like anything to y'all, but for me, my team getting the CBS game is that's a thing. It's a thing we did.
Well, I mean, I don't feel like you had a whole lot of competition for that.
No.
You got Dolphins, Lions, Raiders, Saints, but you're always going to lean Patriots when that's the question. Steelers, Eagles wasn't worth it. Titans, Texans. It was just a gross slate for CBS this week. So they went,
It was
hey,
not ideal.
Bill Belichick, we'll do that.
Let's do that.
So not good. What is the fantasy stack game of the week?
Oh, I'd say it's Detroit and Miami. I just don't know what I want from Detroit outside of Amon or St. Brown.
Hawk.
He's so inconsistent. He's so inconsistent.
Truly inconsistent.
Is that a what?
Sloan Jordan said I look like ravishing Hick Rude.
That's a good one.
I was a huge Rick Rude guy.
No one is surprised by that. Wait. Were you even alive?
Oh, yeah.
when he was still wrestling?
Well, now you also got to understand, I caught him when he was fully suited up with the NWO.
Ah, okay. So, yeah.
And so then I went down the rabbit hole.
You didn't get the full-on, face on his pants,
I've seen it.
rubbing the,
I've seen it later in life.
He always skeeved me out.
And now you're sitting across from him. Congratulations.
Yeah. Is this one of those?
Turntables.
Do what?
In the office. How the turned tables. Never mind.
I didn't get it. I don't
Listen. All you need to know is Wu-Tang is for the children.
Indeed.
All you need to know.
Not so buff Bagwell. That's a good one.
I'm taking a lot of heat today.
Yeah. And he comes
you
with the
showed up
clap.
looking like that, and you didn't expect it?
I mean, you have a point. I'm not going to dispute that. You have a point.
Is James Robinson a play in fantasy?
I'm not.
Not if you have to.
I'm not. I get why you would, but I'm not.
Yeah.
You'd have to be very desperate for me.
Yeah, if anything, he's a desperation flex option if you got somebody on a bye or injured.
Yeah.
DK or Scary Terry today? Is this DFS question? I don't know.
No, that sounds like a seasonal. With Deebo out, do I play DK or Terry today? I'm terrified of DK today.
Yeah, I'm going Terry McLaurin.
I'm just not sure he's actually. This seems like a game of you're kicking this can down the road, and then ultimately you declare him out at the last minute. That's just not a game I want to play.
I don't trust it at all.
I kind of feel about it the way I feel about tight end today. Tight end is disgusting.
Alex S. says somebody's going to trade him Walker and Deebo for Chubb and Boyd.
Walker and Deebo.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I don't know that I do.
Why?
Which part of getting Ken Walker?
What part of getting the number one running back in fantasy football for the last 3 weeks do you not like?
Because I like Nick Chubb.
And this is why
Chubb's
we defer to Jeremy.
Nick Chubb's going to continue to be the number one back, isn't he?
You heard it here first. Tank loves Chubb.
And you got to realize that Deshaun Watson's coming back in 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
If they become a pass happier team, then there's no way they don't. And Ken Walker has been unbelievable, and you get Deebo Samuel. And the fourth part of that, and now I can't even remember who the fourth player was. The fourth player is Tyler Boyd. He's relevant for an hour.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a total win.
Okay.
I would do that in a heartbeat.
All right. See, this is why when I get asked trade questions or when I get trade offers, I go, hey, Jeremy, what do you think?
Yeah, because I have no allegiance to anyone.
No.
I would trade my parents if I thought it would give me a title.
Here's another wrestling. We love these wrestling names for Jeremy. The Not So Big Show, or Not Nearly As Big Show.
Yes. Like that as well. He had a gross mustache at one point, too.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, but you wouldn't say it to his face.
100%.
No.
Nope.
Hell no, you wouldn't say it to his face.
I think you'd get your ass kicked for something like that.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. One of Stephen Tao's 0-3 leagues today. He had to start Sutton and Kirk. Not even 5 points combined yet. Ouch.
That sucks.
Yeah. Looking forward to that 0-3 day. He's already preparing himself.
The $100 man.
I'm a big fan of that. I just saw that myself.
I would think the Dollar Tree man would be along those lines. Daniel Hillman says he's got Scary Terry, Christian Kirk, and Devontae Smith. What trade could he make for a running back? I mean, I don't know that you're getting you're not getting an RB1 for any of those guys.
No.
Not even a combination, I don't think.
No, you could have gotten something decent for Christian Kirk about a week ago. Maybe 2. I think you could package 2 of those guys and probably get let me look at my rest of season rankings. I would be looking for go. There we go. Travis Etienne would be one I would chase. I don't think you can get him after what he's going to do today.
Mm-hmm.
Miles Sanders, that would probably be the one I was chasing.
Tyler Cunningham wants this motif of Jeremy on draft night.
I could probably make that happen. I'm going on vacation right after the draft, so this year, you remember last year when I said, after the draft I'm just cooked.
Yep.
And then I did what felt like three weeks of shitty shows in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Not this year. Not so fast, my friend.
Not this year. He's going to take a vacation. Jeremy is the Twinkie King. Playing on the Tiger King, I guess. Not bad. Not bad. Duke the Dumpster Drosy. There's been a Duke the Dumpster Drosy reference. Sloan says you should just call yourself the Dumpster.
It fits.
It does. It does fit. Who's got a bang up lineup they want to reveal for us today?
Well, I mean, I'm not giving any of the ones I have, but I can build one real fast.
That's what I'm saying.
All right.
Give us one. Where do you start?
Tony Pollard.
You're starting at Tony Pollard.
Tony Pollard, Sam Ehlinger. End of message, repeat the line.
And then fill in from there.
Mm-hmm.
Derrick Henry next.
You're going to have a high-end running back. It's either Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley. Raheem Mostert's my cheap running back in a lot of places.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm going to do a build that doesn't have Sam Ehlinger because I have said this so many times that I feel like it's lost all meaning.
Well, if you're not going Sam Ehlinger, who is your quarterback?
Probably Jalen Hurts. Or boop. Let's see. I got to go into the other.
David, are you still there?
Oh, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. Just being very silent.
Just listening to Medium John Stud or whatever you want to call him there.
Medium
Yes.
John Stud.
Yes.
Good for you.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to do a non-Sam Ehlinger build. I've
I'm ready
done
for
so
it.
few of those that
Listen, I'll fire it in a 200K contest right now.
oh yeah, I know exactly what I'm doing. This is going to be the Zach Wilson build I've been talking about all week long
All right.
with Garrett Wilson and Elijah Moore. This is straight YOLO. You only live once. The hell with it.
Okay.
Can't wait to see where this goes.
It's going to be pretty good. Oh. Do.
Are you taking a swing on Zach Wilson?
That's the lineup I'm building.
No, I mean
right
like
now.
I mean like I don't know. I just don't feel like that was that's not one I'm putting in the millionaire.
It's contrarian as hell. And if I'm right, it could be very, very good. So the way this build worked out, Zach Wilson stacked with Elijah Moore and Garrett Wilson. Running backs Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley and Tony Pollard. And I have George Kittle at tight end. DJ Moore's the third receiver, and then defense I had to kind of tap out and go Chicago Bears. And yes, I know I'm playing a defense against one of my – I don't care. That's that is the definition of a YOLO lineup right there.
Mm-hmm. See, Tyler Cunningham, Daniel Jones, Derrick Henry, A.J. Brown, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Wan'Dale Robinson, Tony Pollard, Travis Etienne.
We can't have Etienne.
Kittle. Yeah.
Can't have Etienne because he's playing right now.
Yeah. Other than that, I like everything else.
Mm-hmm. Look at the Denver Broncos here trying to get in field goal range 15 seconds to go.
B. Malik wants to know who's the large shaven man in Jeremy's seat. It's just Bubba Sparks, says Stephen Tao.
Booty, 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 rocking everywhere. I actually, have I ever told you the story of meeting him?
Oh, God, no.
Yeah, I got drunk as hell with Bubba Sparks. I mean, like, learn shit about yourself drunk.
And how many STDs were involved afterwards?
Oh, man, I didn't fuck him. I just drank with him aggressively.
So you were going to fuck him.
Oh.
And I feel like there's enough Tanyas from the trailer park that follow him around.
Oh, yeah. Oh, 100%.
That you fucked something that night.
That is one of my favorite things to watch with, like, mid-level celebrities like that, or however you want to phrase it. They always have a column of just, like, wait. You got up this morning, put on your shorty shorts, and went, I'm going to chase around Big Boy. Or I'm trying to think of the ones I've seen recently.
I was going to say, I don't think, is he mid-level?
Big Boy?
Yeah.
No, he's probably a little higher than that.
I was going to say, he's at least tier 2. Bubba Sparks is a perfect one. David Banner. How about that?
David Banner.
That's one you ain't
Rubber
heard in a while.
band man, wild as the Taliban, 9 in my right, 45 in my other hand.
Nice. Good for you.
Call me the trouble man. Always the trouble man, worth a couple $100,000. Chevy's all colors, man.
Nice.
Yeah, I can do that with way more. That's literally the only David Banner song I know.
Good for you. I think that's the only rapper I've ever met. It's only because
he's short as shit, isn't he?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh. Hillman asked, playoff Lenny and Scary Terry, what running back could I get for that? From me or from somebody else?
He's like,
for me,
I'll give you Phillip Lindsay.
I will give you Dontrell Hillman. Hilliard. Dontrell Hilliard.
You can have Marlon Mack.
I put his name on.
Gore.
Frank Gore. Armchair wins.
Clinton Portis.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, if we start playing the just name some random shit game, I am.
Napoleon Kaufman.
Jamal Charles.
No, he's too good. Even in retirement. He's too good.
Then Thomas Jones. I thought we were just naming purely random.
There we go. Cadillac Williams.
Oh, let's see. LeGarrette Blount.
Ooh.
Armchair, fire one in the most random shit you can think of game.
Kevin Falk.
Yes.
Kevin Falk.
That's a winner as well.
Yeah.
Good for you.
And the Broncos fail to score before half.
Of course they did. His
A
B
thrilling 10-7 game.
B Malik says Russell Wilson just a shell of what he once was considered.
He's bad.
So shameful. It is.
He is bad. Bad.
Ascendo's got Jamal Harrison. Stephen Tao's Arian Foster.
Pierre Thomas is
Pierre Thomas.
Yeah.
Pierre Thomas.
I think Pierre Thomas should be that should be called the Pierre Thomas game because that's about as good as it gets.
B. Malik says it should have been another interception.
Doesn't shock me
for
in the
Russell Wilson.
least.
No. It's like what was it on Get Up yesterday? They were talking about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and of course there was like Rob Ninkovich was defending Tom Brady as he would, being a former Patriot.
I mean, it's because he had his chapstick and his knee pads. I mean, no big deal.
And he said, "Come on, I mean this." Tom Brady, he's still got it. He's only thrown one interception this week or this year. And Greene said, yeah, it's because the other 12 were dropped, which I thought was the most perfect response because he's god awful at the football.
That's one of those where you just use the Dave Chappelle line. I don't remember what the lead up to that is.
Yes.
Get you some chapstick and a set of knee pads.
Let's see. Waller is out today, says Justin Parton.
I think I'm fine with that.
Do we get confirmation on that?
Inactive's not updated just yet. But soon.
No, but I guarantee you if I go to the tweet, it's the only thing Twitter's actually good for. Darren Waller will be inactive today.
Damn.
He's close to being able to return, but not quite there yet.
Damn. Well, if you have to hit the waiver wire.
Harrison Bryant.
Wonder who's out there. I'm going to go check right now and see.
Harrison Bryant's the right call.
Harrison
Steven
Bryant.
Jackson available.
I'd rather have Steven Jackson right now than Lenny Fournette.
I would rather have Michael Jackson right now than Leonard Fournette.
Is Najee Davenport available?
Amon Green. We float the waiver wire for a little Amon Green.
Yeah. Streaming quarterback this week is Vinny Testaverde, most definitely.
His son's playing somewhere. I saw the name the other day. Vincent.
I saw the Frank Gore and Chad Pennington's kids. Both. Soon,
Oh, yeah, Pennington's kid goes to Marshall.
Don't know if Amonra is still a go or not.
Yeah, inactives won't be out for another 29 minutes.
So
Javid Best. Stone Sportscast. The Stone Sports Podcast. Excuse me.
Olympic sprint.
God, I thought he was going to be so good. And I was so wrong. That was young in my scouting days. And then I learned, oh, yeah, running backs don't matter.
No.
Hey, there's Harrison Bryant. Got him. And I'll drop the last need that we ever needed.
Kadarius Toney.
Yeah. So I'm not dropping anybody else off that team.
Damn it. I want a better.
Oh, we've had a CJ Spiller
Indeed.
sighting. Nice. Good on you, Ascendo.
Indeed.
Yeah, Amon-Ra St. Brown, still a go.
I believe he will. I believe he will be a go.
Javid Best.
I love that I just said this
That's
2 minutes
awesome.
ago, and you just.
So listen, if we got Javid Best and Pierre Thomas in 2012, we're scoring tutties. It's not wrong. He's not wrong at all.
Fact.
Straight facts. Amon-Ra St. Brown, do you put him in your DFS lineup?
I like him in DFS today. There's just so many receivers that I'm high on. because I like Waddle. I like DeAndre Hopkins. But DJ Moore, who I've talked about a lot.
Oh, no. I had not heard that Jake Bellinger is
Well, it's Daniel Bellinger.
or Daniel Bellinger was in danger of losing the eye.
I hadn't heard that he was in danger of losing the eye.
That's what Malik says. I had not heard that. Did hear about the orbital bone break, and that's always tough.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I hope he doesn't lose his eye.
He needs the Undertaker mask, the Phantom of the Opera mask.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's what
Stone,
happens when Jeremy comes dressed like this. Nothing but wrestling references.
100%. And I'm okay with that. Stone Sportscast said, I can't find a defense in DFS. This is one of those weeks where I'm not sure that the right answer isn't just to go cheap as shit.
Just go with the cheapest possible.
I mean, I've gone with the Jets in a lot of places because I don't believe in Mac Jones at all.
I've actually gone with the Panthers in a couple of places.
I've looked at the Panthers a couple times. The Texans are another one that I've played
The highest
with.
I've gone has been the Titans. The highest. That's the highest I've gone. I haven't gone. I'm afraid of the Niners. I think that they're good, but they're always missing something. I'm not touching that Jets-Patriots game at a principle. And then the Panthers.
Out of principle.
I don't know how that you guys are so confident in that game, and I'm telling you, I don't know. I just don't know.
I mean, I've said this game can go one of two ways.
Yes, you have. Yeah, and that's why I don't touch it, because
If this is the same old Jets, they'll lose.
yeah,
If it's not, they are gonna deep dick you.
I'm Rams versus Niners with no Deebo, maybe. Yeah.
So Armchair, I can be slightly more honest when we're here on the YouTubes, because you never know when you're outing something that you're not supposed to.
Yep.
I have a handful of friends that are beat writers for the Jets.
Sure.
I have text messages saved from the day after that game last year where there are things that I can't say out loud that were said in that locker room. I cannot wait until we get a chance to play them again. And I'll tell you, one of them that I heard it out of his mouth was C.J. Mosley. If he gets a chance to kill Mac Jones, he may do it. I mean, if they get a clear shot to put a helmet in the chest plate, they will do it. They were embarrassed. They ran the score up, and it was like that was like little brother of, I'm not big enough yet, but the day I get bigger than you, I'm going to kick your fucking ass.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm bigger than you now. So you say I'm confident. It's not so much that I'm confident as I'm starting to buy in to what the Jets are doing. And if I should be buying in, they will score as many points as they physically can. If they can beat you 60-3, they will.
Mm-hmm. I just don't know if you haven't. I don't know if you're there yet. I don't know if you can take that much advantage.
Do you remember that thing I said a minute ago about Zach Wilson with that lineup in DraftKings?
Yeah.
I said I hadn't thrown that in anywhere. The more I've looked at it, I just threw it in the millionaire.
Okay.
I could see him throwing for 400 freaking yards today.
Two things on this. Okay, one, if the Jets can score 63 points, they should learn to play defense, stop the damn ball.
Yep.
I hate running. I hate this. They ran up the score. Stop being a puss.
Yeah.
Play defense.
I agree with you wholeheartedly.
And I hate that narrative, because if you don't want them to score, then you should probably try and stop them.
Mm-hmm.
Two, the Jets are very good. And I have been, I am the most pragmatic Patriots fan around.
No doubt.
I do not sit here and tell you that they are some incredible team and they're going to the Super Bowl. I don't even think they're playoff bound. I would rather them lose and get good picks. But there is always something strange about these comeback games after getting absolutely embarrassed by a Chicago Bears team that I'm not sure is going to win another game all year.
They may not.
There's something stupid about this, and it's not that Mac is really good. I just think that this could be a 17-14 win for the Patriots, or it could be a 24-7 beatdown from the Jets. I don't know how it's going to go. I've avoided it at almost all costs. I'm not sitting here saying the Jets aren't going to win, and you know that I am more on the Jets than I would like to be. As a Pats fan, that kills me, and you know it because I've told you multiple times I am on the Jets.
Oh, yeah.
This game scares the shit out of me.
It scared me originally. I'm not gonna lie. I was planning on taking New England until I watched them against Chicago, and I went, "You don't have it. You don't have a solution.
Nope.
There's nothing there."
Yeah.
And I'm looking at a pissed off Elijah Moore that's trying to prove a point. I'm looking at a Garrett Wilson that has dropped off. Now with no Corey Davis, the thing that people undersell about this is without Breece Hall and without Corey Davis, it's going to be hard for this team to run the ball because he's the blocking. He's one of the best blocking receivers in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm looking at that going, all right, horses, not zebras. So I'm going to struggle to pass the ball. I have a running back that I don't like running between the tackles. Cool. Zach Wilson's going to throw 50 freaking times. And I'm not sure without Kyle Duggar that you can do anything about it.
We'll see if he can do his best Joe Falco impression.
I am always.
I get where you are. I do. No, I refuse to sit here and say that the Jets can't win this game because I think that they probably do. I have one of those weird feelings. I love when people are taking victory laps beforehand.
The Jets have taken none.
The Jets haven't taken any. The Jets themselves haven't taken any. But I will tell you, there is nothing more satisfying than getting the win when you're not expected to get the win. And this is one of those moments. I don't know what way this game goes, which is why I've touched no pieces in it. None. Except for that one lineup you threw out, which I put in a 200K contest. But I'm not touching it. Not touching it. With a 10-foot pole.
The thing that I've heard a lot, I do have a few shares of Hunter Henry, by the way.
As you probably should.
The Jets have been really freaking bad against tight ends at times.
And Mac Jones loves Hunter Henry.
And you're going to have Jacoby Myers with DJ Reed and probably
Kendrick
Devontae Parker.
Devontae Parker's in the slot, yeah.
Yeah, so you'll probably have Devontae Parker dealing with Ahmad Sauce Gardner.
Wait for Kendrick Bourne. Kendrick Bourne's going to get some reps today because they're trying to trade him. And he's active.
Indeed.
Trying to move him.
Yeah, this is one of those times that, and I've laughed about this because I've heard several national shows say, well, New England was embarrassed on Monday Night Football. And I get that. I totally do. But you're underselling the narrative of the Jets were embarrassed too by the team on the other end of the field, and they've had a year to get pissed about this.
Right.
Tank can vouch for this. I came in here first of all, it's one of the worst days as a Jets fan I've ever had because I had the hope, and then Bill just shit in the punch bowl, and I told him the next day, I have gotten no less than 20 text messages from people associated with the Jets that have told me, just wait until next year. With all the assets we have, all we're going to do, just wait. And and that came directly from Saleh.
Right. We're going to build a team.
We are going to build a team, and we are going to skull fuck them the first chance we get.
Right.
And that's look. Both of you know I'm not the narrative guy. Who has better players, who has better talent. This is one time. I've heard it so many freaking times from so many different people. There's something to it.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Stephen Town wants to know, does the Alvin Kamara get traded?
It has been discussed, but I don't know that you would deal him for what you'd get.
They want a CMC package for Kamara. That's the last I saw.
And I just don't know that he's worth that.
Really? You're a big fan of his.
I am, but he's expensive. Expensive running backs. Out.
Yeah.
And that contract is built in a way that New Orleans doesn't get fucked at all.
Right.
They can get rid of that for very little overhead this year.
Mm-hmm. I would think he'd be worth more than Christian McCaffrey.
Well, he's older.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the injury history.
I mean, it's not as deep, but he has an injury history.
I know he has one. but it's nothing like playing 5 games in 3 years or whatever it was.
Yeah, for me, it's just I can't wrap my brain around how it would happen. I mean, I've heard 2-2s from Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just, it's one of those things that I look at and go, I mean, that makes sense. I understand why you would do it, but I just don't think it's going to happen.
Right.
I mean, you got to understand, if you take Alvin Kamara off that team is brutal.
Malik wants to know why the media puts so much emphasis on the Russell Wilson sore shoulder. Like that's the reason he's been bad.
Because there are a lot of people in mainstream media that refuse to admit when they're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
If you remember when that trade happened, I laughed out loud and went, you do realize that he's not half the player that he is built to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I came on this show and
did.
said, you're in the exact same fucking boat you were in. I didn't hear anybody else say that. And now it's shit in your punch bowl and people don't want to admit they were wrong.
245 million reasons.
I love taking victory laps. And I am taking a lot of them.
And nobody's shocked by that.
No.
Just as an FYI, Kamara has like 1,000 carries and like 400 receptions on that body, and he has taken a beating. I don't know if he's got to be closer to the. I mean, he's young, but he's
not as young as people think. He's 27 years old.
He's not at the point where you want to be giving up. You don't want to be leveraging your future for a guy that's got 1,400 touches under his belt.
Right. Start Dubs, Garrett Wilson, Darnell Mooney, or Rondale Moore from Jaden Foote.
Garrett Wilson. I'm all in on the Zach Wilson hammer time game.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that sounds weird. Just this is one of those times you're going to have to fucking trust me.
Yeah. I don't like your other choices there. I think Garrett Wilson has the highest upside because I don't believe that Green Bay is going to be able to do much against Buffalo. And Dubs would be the only one that I'm considering other than Garrett Wilson in that scenario.
Black Cats and Hurricanes said, "Where's Jeremy and who the hell is the guy in the center of the screen?" That is ravishing Hick Rude. The $100 man.
That's my shade tree mechanic that I hired this week because Jeremy was a little sick.
I don't know who he is, but he had a note taped to his shirt that said, "Thanks for the fuck shack. Love Dirty Mike and the boys."
That was good.
I am now officially so overweight on Zach Wilson that it's pathetic. I have talked myself into that is my favorite play of the day. Jeremy's having to pay the charter bill. Chasing Trump.
Indeed.
That's why there's 4 sets of knee pads on the shelf behind me. And
Seesaw Jim Duggan.
oh, we've got way less questions today than we usually do.
We have. Everybody just wants to make fun of your mustache.
That's fun.
I like it. Oh, no. Bulk Logan, the real West Virginian. I think that's the winner of the day. Bulk Logan. I love it.
Bulk Logan. Yeah, it's excellent.
Smoke your reds and drink your Pabers, kids. Uh-huh.
Oh boy. Yeah, there's something there. There is something there. I can tell you that much right now.
Oh, I love it. Bulk Logan. I am a West Virginian. Yeah. I think there's a parody song coming.
No doubt.
Any chance the Packers can hang with the Bills today? Jeremy believes so. I do not. I look at Green Bay much like I look at Tampa Bay. And I know Green Bay's better than Tampa Bay. Don't even get me started. I mean, don't even throw that at me. I get it. But Buffalo is so fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't see how Green Bay is going to come up with the magic today. We've been waiting on the magic, and it ain't showed up yet.
What is my number one rule? When the public goes right, I go left. And this is one of the – look, I'm not telling you this game will even be close. There's a reason you don't give 11.5 points to a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers. There's a reason it's never happened before.
Mm-hmm. Because he's never had a team that looks like this before.
100% he has.
Really?
They went 5-11 with him 1 year.
Yeah.
That was a long fucking time ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm even trying to think when.
He was hurt. I think he missed half that year.
Okay.
But, I mean, still, that team was not very good. This team's not drastically – hell, this might be the best defense he's ever had. And now all of a sudden we just think he blows dead bears because his receivers aren't good.
On paper, though, I mean, that defense isn't really performing up to their standards. That's been one of the big knocks on them all year.
Defensively?
Yeah.
Because they're constantly in shitty situations.
Mm-hmm. You don't think that's going to continue against Buffalo?
It's not that I don't think it's going to continue. I think the line is stupid. You want me to be really honest with you? As a heavy, long-time gambler, I think the line is picking on stupid people, if I'm being really honest.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think they set that so high that they knew the public would be on Buffalo. Because there was no number they could set that was too high. My metric has that at 6.5. I wouldn't even laid the full touchdown. And anytime that, first of all, I've never had a game that Vegas missed in the NFL by a full touchdown. This is one of the closest that I've ever seen. Because it doesn't make any sense. 11.5 spreads are meant for the Houston Texans. That's how that got. All right, think about it this way. How fucking bad are the Houston Texans?
Bad, but bad.
They're at home against the Tennessee Titans. No Ryan Tannehill. It's pick 'em. It's a fucking pick 'em. That should tell you everything. That's how important a quarterback is. I get one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and I'm getting 11.5 points. That's stupid. That is stupid. There's a reason it never happens. And I fully believe that's one of those that Vegas went, hey, look what I did. Hey, look what I did. And 90% of the money is going to be on Buffalo, and we're going to drag these motherfuckers down the sidewalk.
Didn't I say this earlier? Vegas doesn't do stupid very often.
No. They
know
love
what
to
they're
prey on stupid people. That is why there are gold fixtures in every hotel in Las Vegas, because there is a dumbass born every fucking minute. And many of them have copious amounts of money that they like to put on public narratives. And look, Buffalo might cover the number. It's completely in the realm of possibilities. If you played this game out 100 times, I will tell you this right now, Green Bay covers at 85 of them.
Black Cats and Hurricanes wants to know, do the Panthers beat the Falcons and take sole possession of first place in the NFC South?
I don't know. That is one of the hardest games of the day. That is one of the hardest games of the day because I don't love anything offensively for either one of them.
Nope. But I've taken the Panthers defense in DFS. No problem. I think it's going to be a gross game.
Yeah.
Atlanta doesn't score a ton.
No, they don't. But I don't know. In my history of watching the Carolina Panthers, it's tough to go down to Atlanta and win a game.
It's an awesome stadium.
Yeah.
It's an awesome stadium.
It is. But, that's a tough atmosphere.
I'm actually considering going next week.
And it doesn't matter if you're good. It doesn't matter if you're bad. It doesn't matter what kind of season you're having. You go down to Atlanta, something funky's going to happen in that game. I mean, would you be shocked? Would you be shocked to see something happen to P.J. Walker and here comes Baker Mayfield?
Yes, I would.
And then you got to go, ugh.
I would.
We're back in the same boat again. I would.
I don't see any way, short of P.J. Walker gets cut in half, I don't see a path that Baker Mayfield plays another game for the Carolina Panthers. I'm not sure they wouldn't put Johnny Hecker in at a fucking quarterback before they put Baker Mayfield back on the field.
Maybe you're right. Do the Rams have a chance against the Niners?
Yes, I wish I could repick that game.
Mm-hmm.
I think you skipped something. You skipped several, actually.
I probably did. I'm scrolling back up. Just give me a second here.
Stone Sports Podcast said he expects royalties. We can make that happen.
Brian Robinson gets too many carries not to throw him in a lineup.
Except he's awful. The problem with Brian Robinson is that he blows dead bears. If you took away one 23-yard run where he damn near fell down, he averages 2.9 yards a carry. And at some point, somebody has to be smart enough in Washington to go, oh, yeah, wait a minute, he sucks.
Antonio Gibson was 4th in touches last year. Where are the yards? Where were the points? They don't exist.
Nope.
Just because you get touches doesn't mean it's beneficial. It's great script. Feel free to throw him in a lineup if you're in the millionaire, so I can beat you. That's
that line is horrendous too.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a Greg Dulcich sighting. By the way, if you played Greg Dulcich, good for fucking you. He has 4 catches for 87 yards in the third quarter by himself.
Jesus.
He just hit a 38-yarder to put him down on the 1.
Well, he had 2.
Why could you have not gotten in there, you douche? Greg Dulcich also has a gross mustache like mine.
He does.
Just throwing it out there.
And
then Melvin Gordon can't run a greasy peg up a cat's ass.
Stephen Tao requesting bangers for banger wide receivers for your DFS lineup today. Cheap and
I'll just give you my whole player pool.
Expensive.
On the expensive side, it's Jalen Waddle, Amon-Ra St. Brown, DeAndre Hopkins. I think that is practically every expensive receiver. Look, and something else I wanted to talk about, and Armchair, I want to see if you agree with me on this. This is one of those weeks where I feel like the chalk is going to be really chalky.
Yeah, it's going to be. There's a bad slate.
It is a bad slate. I keep coming back to the exact same lineups over and over again. That's always a bad sign. It's a bad sign that I will cash, and I will never be a threat to high-level cash.
Yep.
One of the contrarian moves that I like this week, and I want to see how you feel about this, because I think both these guys are going to be grossly low-owned. Cooper Kupp and Justin Jefferson.
I love the Jefferson pick.
Everybody and their brother is going heavy at running back and then cheaper at receiver.
You could do a lot worse than Jefferson. I don't know. Cooper Kupp is fine. I think Cooper Kupp will be fine. He's gonna get touches like he always does.
Well, I mean, and that 49er secondary is dead.
Yes. If you go Cooper Kupp is the most expensive that it gets.
And to be honest with you, he's too expensive.
Yes.
There's almost no way for him to cash that in. But if he does.
Yes.
If he does, then you have a huge leg up on the competition.
I prefer some of the mid-tier guys that aren't as expensive. I prefer Pittman. I prefer Brown. I don't hate Tyreek Hill. I think that's probably as expensive as I get. But that's because I don't love Amon-Ra today. I'm going to be honest with you. I know that he's great, and Miami's Miami. But man,
Miami's been horrendous defensively.
Yes, they have.
Now, I wish if I had.
See, if I'll just tell you where my head's at. If you're going to pay up one, I'm going to go. I have Ellinger quarterback on almost every lineup because why wouldn't you? It's $4,000 and it gives me the flexibility to do whatever the hell I want. I love pieces from that Arizona-Minnesota game.
I think that's going to go low owned.
I think that Thielen might be a sneaky kind of drop in there, 6,200, which is the same range as Brandon Ayuk. And I'd rather go Thielen over Smith or Ayuk in some places because I think it is going to be low owned. I don't think it's going to be there. You could easily start. If we go Mostert at running back, Ellinger at quarterback. I'm literally building this as we go. Barkley as your big ticket running back. Irv Smith, my favorite drug of choice. Little Irv Smith action.
I knew you were going to do that. I've looked at his price all week, just going, that is
hard
cheap.
to ignore, isn't it?
It's cheap access to that game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I have found myself putting Irv Smith in a lot of lineups.
If you drop the Panthers defense in, that gives you 6,500 to fill 3 slots, which is we love to fill the slots.
We're very slotty.
George Kittle at the flex because I think that he's going to have a game, and then it's 6,900 per wideout. for the last 2, which means that I can take Waddle. And if you wanted to go Amon-Ra, if you're feeling really good about Amon-Ra, drop Amon-Ra in. So that's Ellinger, Barkley, Mostert, Amon-Ra, Thielen, Waddle, Smith, Kittle, and the Panthers defense. I have $200 left.
That is very close to a lineup that I have.
David Black. Go ahead, Armchair.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to move on to David Black. Had a question here with Kareem Hunt possibly on the move. Should he try to beat the waivers and get Dearness Johnson?
If you have an open spot. I don't want to cut anybody of any value because that is super speculative.
Mm-hmm. What if you have Kadarius Toney? I know he's your favorite punching bag this week.
Yeah, if you've got Kadarius Toney, drop him for Dearness Johnson.
Okay. B. Malik wants to know, should he bench Brandon Cooks for Pickens or Brian Robinson?
Pickens this week.
Yeah.
Play Pickens against the Eagles?
I mean, somebody has to score points.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're going to throw about a bajillion times.
They're not going to be ahead, I'll tell you that much.
Rest of the season, take Leonard Fournette or Clyde Edwards-Helaire?
CEH.
And it's not really all that close.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not.
And that's with me knowing damn well he's not going to get the running down work. He is Darren Sproles at this point. And I'd still take CEH.
Yeah,
Same.
I think I would too. The running game for Tampa has just been so bad. And I think they're trying to flip that page over to Rachaad White.
It is.
No doubt.
White. It's a Rachaad White team.
And we have a Bronco in the end zone. Let's ride! Hey, you want to take a stab at who scored the touchdown?
Cortland Sutton.
No.
Nope, not Sutton.
Jerry Jeudy.
No.
I looked already.
Canyon Drake. No.
That would be very difficult since he plays for the
Latavius Murray. That's the one they got.
No.
Oh. Melvin Gordon.
Bingo.
Oh, okay. We get there eventually.
Currently, the Broncos are averaging 3.2 yards a carry, and they are leading 14-10.
Hat.
Stephen Tow's asking 6,300 for one wide receiver. I just gave you a whole bunch that are in that range.
Oh, yeah.
Brandon Ayuk was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So 6,300, you're in the Devonta Smith, Adam Thielen, Brandon Ayuk, Chris Olave, all have big play today.
And for me, I'm dropping down to 5,300 and going DJ Moore. And I'll upgrade. I'll either upgrade somewhere else or leave 1,000 on the table.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the more I think about it, the more I like Thielen today. I think Jefferson's great, but yeah.
Sam Ehlinger versus Taylor Heineke today.
Sam Ehlinger.
Yeah.
I think he was just saying that strange things happen late in October.
Oh.
I don't think that was actually
I thought that was a question. I thought that was a fantasy question. What games do you have going over 50 points in the main slate?
Give me a minute, I'll tell you.
That from Jason Trump, playing off of the whole Minnesota-Arizona game.
Let's see. Minnesota-Arizona. That one I have going aggressively over. I want pieces of that. The Irv Smith, DeAndre Hopkins stack that Armchair was just talking about. One I'm very fond of.
Dolphins-Lions?
Dolphins-Lions. I will say this, though. There's a weird betting anomaly there. Everybody and their brother's on the over. Literally everybody and their brother's on the over.
For Dolphins-Lions?
Yes. At 52.
Yeah.
That tells me that this is a setup. Anytime I see 95+% of the money on one side, Vegas doesn't make mistakes like this.
No, that's enough.
Because that game feels like it's 4 points too low. Which makes me think it's going to end up being 20-17.
Could be.
I don't know how the hell that happens. I do not have I have no explanation for it.
Or it could end up being 23-3.
It could also be that.
Because the fucking Lions have scored 6 points in 2 weeks. I get that's been without Amon-Ra St. Brown. But maybe something has happened there that the experts in Vegas are looking at it and going, yeah, we're going to sucker people into this. They still think Detroit is this high flying offense, and they haven't been for 2 weeks. Giants and the Seahawks. I would say that's one that's a candidate to go over 50.
I don't think so.
Really?
Not in the rain.
No.
Not in the rain. I like the under on that a lot. A whole lot.
Is that a 12 to 6er?
Not necessarily that low.
Okay.
That's going to be a game that people try to get pieces of, and I'm not sure that you should.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure there's a usable piece in that game. I mean, look, if you've got Kenny Walker, you got Saquon Barkley, and season long, those are obviously that ain't who I'm talking about.
Right.
I'm talking about players outside of that. It's trying to shoehorn somebody into a DFS lineup. I just think you can do better. Games that I think go over the number. The low key one that no one is talking about is 49ers Rams. We think of those as two defensive stalwart teams.
Mm-hmm.
They're not. So San Francisco's so hurt at this point. I think they're playing 5 backups defensively. I could see that being a track meet. And being a game that nobody has pieces of.
Could be.
That's why I'm so high on the Cooper Kupp thing. Because nobody's doing it. Who the hell else? Let's say that, just theoretically, if that game shoots out, who scores for the Rams?
Cooper Kupp.
There's nobody else.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to run on them.
No, it's not going to be Skoronic or
No.
Van Jefferson. Or...
No, you know what? It would be Skoronic this time because why not?
Because why not? This is one of those Tyler Higbee 3-touchdown games.
I was going to say, this is going to be a stupid game. Skoronic has 23 receptions. That's 3rd highest on the team.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's not pretend that he doesn't get it. I wish he didn't get it, but he has more than Allen Robinson.
Which is still so stupid.
Yeah.
Broncos with the ball back. Let's ride!
I think we have inactives.
We have some. There was nothing in the initials that really moved me.
Let's see. Oh, an Irv Smith nugget from Stone Sports Podcast.
I love those.
Cardinals haven't allowed less than 5 points to any tight end this season. That includes Tommy Tremble, who sounds like a local talent that Bulk Logan beats in a minute and a half.
Yes!
That's actually true. That's Tommy Tremble right up there with Mike Enos.
My Enos.
Mike Enos, he was one of my favorites. The guy that they trotted out there on Monday Nitro to get jackhammered by Goldberg 27 times.
Oldberg.
Let's see here. ETN getting better and better. Rate my Sam Ellinger lineup. Sam Ellinger, Derrick Henry, CMC, Elijah Moore, Michael Pittman, Garrett Wilson, Mike Gesicki, Raheem Mostert, and the 49ers D.
I don't hate it at all.
That sounds like a hell of a lineup.
The only problem is you got 2 Jet receivers and you don't have the Jets quarterback. If you've got 2 weapons, that should be your quarterback.
Right. I was thinking
I'm also terrified of Mike Gesicki this week.
I'm not. You know me.
I would go Irv Smith.
Yeah, you know me. I'm by no means the DFS expert. Just saying that sounded like the money didn't work.
How hard are you hammering Donta Foreman with Chuba Hubbard out?
Pretty aggressively. I mean, I like DJ Moore better.
Same.
But I can 100% get to my brain just went blank. It's Deontay Foreman.
Rob Johnson says he woke up late and left Waller in the lineup, and had his backup was Greg Dulcich, so he's fucked. So he needs to stream a tight end. I had the exact same scenario, and Harrison Bryant was right there available in my league. So I just picked him up, plug him in, play him. You probably won't have any problems doing that.
No.
I mean, unless you are in a super sharp league. Then Harrison Bryant may not be there.
And if he's not, let's see. Go to my stream list here. Noah Fant would be another one that I would, in theory, think would be usable today.
Irv Smith
Smith's the one. He's my tight end damn near everywhere.
Right.
It's him and George Kittle. It's about the only two tight ends I'm playing today. I have a little dose of Hunter Henry, too.
Yeah, because other than that, I mean, your options are probably going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of Tyler Conklin, which I know you don't necessarily hate.
I don't love it today either.
Robert Tonyan.
I don't like. I'm good on anything
Jawan
Packer.
Johnson.
Jawan Johnson's probably the one I've liked the best of the ones you've said here.
Logan Thomas.
Ooh.
I'm just sick of waiting for that to pop
To be
off.
a thing?
Yeah. Like I hear over and over and over again, it seems like for the last 3 years. Logan Thomas is a thing. Okay, he had one good game in the last 3 years. I know he's got all the potential in the world, but it just ain't happened. PPR need one at the flex. Darius Slayton, Traquan Smith, or Khalil Herbert.
Khalil Herbert.
Yep.
Pittman or Kamara?
I love Pittman today.
I do too.
Over Alvin?
Yeah.
No. I really don't love him over Kamara. Especially if you're talking about DFS, because Kamara's going to be low owned.
Armchair, why'd you say yeah?
I think that Saints game is a gross fest. I don't think there's a ton of scoring there. I think
I think that's a shootout game. That's one I want pieces of. Especially in the sorry, I'm watching the game cast of this god awful London game.
Why?
Why do we do this to the poor people of jolly old England in the early slate? If you're playing in the early, that's where I was headed with the. If you're playing a DFS lineup that's early exclusively, I like Kamara. That might be the only piece of that game that I really want. Renfro. I know Armchair said him earlier.
PPR league, tight end question, Pat Freiermuth, Taysom Hill.
Freiermuth.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep, that's where I'm at as well. I mean, you always have that possibility that they're going to throw that Taysom Hill package out there and he's going to do something. But to me, I don't want to chase that. I don't want to chase that every week because you're going to choose wrong. You're like the week that he scored 34 points, nobody had him. Everybody went out and got him. Started in the next week.
And he shit in your punch bowl.
Congratulations. Which wasn't horrible. I mean, tight ends have been bad this year. But that's not what you went out to get.
Ugh. You remember that thing I said about Jaguar receivers today?
Mm-hmm.
Evan Ingram has 4 catches, 55 yards, and a touchdown. The rest of the team combined has 12 catches for 36 yards.
Gross.
12 catches, 36 yards. JaMychal Hasty has 3 catches for -3 yards.
That's awful.
That's incredible.
Stafford, Cousins, or Carr from Jamison Nelson?
I'm actually going to have to look because I know they're close in my rankings. Stafford, Cousins, or Carr?
I'm leaning Cousins on that one. Cousins against the Arizona Cardinals at home.
Cousins is actually the highest rated one for me. Stafford's the lowest. Stafford and Aaron Rodgers at 18 and 20 in my rankings this week.
Mm-hmm.
Behind Justin Fields. What a world we live in.
That's a special one. All right, since we're all sharing now, this is a lineup from Stephen Tao: Sam Ehlinger, King Henry, Raheem Mostert, Brandon Ayuk, Chris Olave, Adam Thielen, Tyler Conklin, and the Jets defense.
That's a lot of what I have. I think we have 3 players in common there, and a lot, and everybody else is at least in my player pool.
Stone Sports Podcast went Sam Ehlinger, Josh Jacobs, Miles Sanders, DJ Moore, Michael Pittman, Jalen Waddle, Irv Smith. Said he can't decide between Kenneth Walker and the Panthers' Foreman.
Or Foreman and the Titans.
Kenneth Walker and the Panthers, or Foreman and the Titans.
I'd go Kenneth Walker and the Panthers.
I would too.
When in doubt, always go better running back. Fuck the defense. It doesn't matter. Unless you get lucky and have the one that scores a touchdown, because invariably one of them's going to. And it is shit luck. There is very little skill to that.
Let's see. JT86TN. Deep League. Got a lot of injuries. Full PPR. Got to pick one. Alexander Madison, Paris Campbell, or Allen Robinson.
Paris Campbell, but I don't even like it, if I'm being really honest.
Yeah.
It's just, that's what you got.
Dart at the board. Throw the dart at the board.
And then he followed it up with Vol still rolling. Yes. As somebody that wagered Kentucky, trust me, I knew I was on the wrong side of that within 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Will Levis take a hit on his draft stock? That 3-interception performance?
Probably. To be honest with you, every high-level quarterback took a hit yesterday because C.J. Stroud looked like dick water.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted a reason to hate C.J. Stroud going into this draft, he gave you a reason yesterday. That game is the final score of that game is so misleading.
Well, yeah, they scored, 4 times in the last 6 minutes?
Yeah.
All thanks to number 44. Who is that? I forgot his damn name. Jeremy did too. He drank it away.
100%. I'm to NFL. Yeah, college has blasted out of my mind after how badly yesterday went.
Najee Harris, Darrell Henderson, or Brian Robinson in a PPR.
God.
Gotta
Darrell
go.
Henderson.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one I would lean Najee on.
I wouldn't begrudge you for it, but I could actually see a path where Darrell Henderson's good today.
Thank you, Rob Johnson. JT Tuamuola.
Oh, yeah.
Hendon Hooker Heisman. Triple H time.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Hendon Hooker will win the Heisman Trophy. And there's almost nothing that can happen. And I will tell you this, your Georgia Bulldogs, you better hope that first half team shows up and that second half team stays the fuck away, because they will rock your noodle.
I agree.
Florida with the grossest cover in the history of time.
Did they cover?
22.5.
Okay.
42-20.
Okay.
They sure did.
Yikes.
That's one of those times I walked away and went, I'll take my monies, but I was on the wrong side of this. So I'll count it, and I'll put it in my pocket, and I'll realize that I don't deserve it.
Yeah, no, Georgia's not going to be able to have that moment. Like, they've had that moment in every game where the defense just kind of lays back. You're not going to be able to do that against Tennessee because they're not going to take their foot off the gas.
Oh, and by the way, RIP South Carolina. Pour one out for our dead homie.
Told you. Missouri's tough.
I had Missouri. You do realize that, right?
Yeah, but that's what I told you. Missouri's a tough team. You underrate them.
I don't think they are.
You underrate them.
I think they blow dead bears too.
Let's see here. Ascendo says he loves how London fills the stadium more than the Rams. And a lot of other NFL teams.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. They got 32 teams worth of fans to put in that stadium.
Yeah. You only have, 3 times a year that the best sport on the planet comes to your continent. Yeah, okay. I'm in. Najee gets no love today. Going to be behind, and the Eagles are going to make Pickett beat them. That's from Stone Sports Podcast. Don't disagree.
All right, so I thought this was weird, but I had to get a little clarity on it.
Mm-hmm.
The Jets have 4 quarterbacks up today.
Okay.
2 of them are inactive.
Okay.
Mike White's the backup. Joe Flacco's not hurt.
Okay.
There is no football reason to do that. There is 0 football reason to do that. But I can give you a conspiracy theory.
Unless you plan up being up by $1 billion and Mike White gets to come in.
Yep.
Just to get revenge for the Jets +7 game.
Because they embarrassed Mike White too.
Right.
I'm telling you right now, the Jets going to win this game by fucking 40.
They're planning on it.
Because it doesn't make any sense. Why do you have 2? I don't know that I've ever seen a team with 2 inactive quarterbacks. Nobody was hurt.
Right.
And they brought Chris Streveler up yesterday. For why? For why did you do that? Oh, wait.
Najee or Michael Carter in a full PPR?
Oh,
Carter.
Michael Carter.
He's at least getting the passing work.
Thoughts on Wan'Dale Robinson from Rob Johnson? Says, I know it's supposed to be Rain, but he's one of my options, or Alec Pierce since Deebo is out.
I don't mind Wando. If I had to, between the 2, I've had conflicting thoughts on Alec Pierce. Where are you at with this one, Armchair?
I like Wan'Dale by a little bit more than Pierce, but I like Pierce.
I do too. He probably has some rapport with Sam Ehlinger.
Yep.
All right. I think that about does it.
I believe you are correct.
Let's see.
Hold on, Jesse Torres asked a question on the way out.
Drop who to pick up a streaming quarterback, Madison or Reynolds?
I'm assuming, I don't know if you're talking about Craig Reynolds or Josh Reynolds. Either way, it's that one.
Yeah, Josh Reynolds. Craig Reynolds.
Oh,
whoever.
hold on. Another question.
Should I trade Lockett for Dillon in a redraft? My other wide receivers are Higgins, Jefferson, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Jalen Waddle. My running backs are Kamara and Chubb. Yikes.
This is Jordan Spiteri, by the way, the name on that one. Welcome in. We're like an AA meeting for sports. Feel free to chime in your drug of choice, although in that league, doesn't sound like you have one. I mean, sure, yeah, you can do that. I don't know when they're ever going to play. I don't really think there's a chance for A.J. Dillon. There sure as hell ain't a chance for Tyler Lockett.
Yeah, but he has Lockett, and he's giving him up for another running back.
Well, he only has 2. He has 4 wide receivers.
Right. I'd say go all in and do it.
I mean, neither one of them's ever going to play unless somebody dies.
They're in a bye week.
Yeah.
You'll need Dillon for a bye week.
He's been awful, though. I do feel like they get him involved, though, at some point. I hear everybody talking about selling him and cutting him. And I think it gets right. I would do it.
Mm-hmm. Still debating Taysom Hill or Ertz with D-Hop in the lineup. I'd go Ertz.
I would, too.
Has to be Ertz.
Yeah, I don't want to play that game with Taysom Hill.
Nope.
PPR flex spot, Singletary or Wan'Dale Robinson?
Ooh,
I'm Robinson on this one.
I'm Singletary on
I
this
am,
one.
too.
Okay.
I'd go Devin
Green
Singletary.
Bay is bad against the run.
And especially if you think Buffalo's going to be up by $1 billion.
Buffalo's going to be up. Yeah.
Because you got to remember it's raining in Seattle, too.
That's
so they
right.
may have to manufacture touches for Wan'Dale because he's not a great route runner in the first place.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Safest pick there from the fantasy leaders in the room, Devin Singletary. Again, I'll say this every week. Don't listen to me. If I'm the odd man out, there's no way you should go my way. All right, that's going to do it for us. You can go over to the Village Porch today. What's the number?
51 North Merriman Avenue.
51 North Merriman Avenue. There in the Reynolds Village subdivision. Jeremy will be out there watching football. I got to go do Halloween festival things at the neighborhood. And we'll see you next week.
And I'm there's no HWA today, so I'll be all by my lonesome, just sitting here talking to myself and my cell phone. So come on down.
I was going to say, if you're going to be sitting there by yourself, talking to yourself, you should probably shave the mustache.
100%.
Somebody's calling the cops.
Oh, no doubt.
There's some guy.
There's a crazy fucker here. I think he's planning on fucking somebody.
Yeah, there's some guy here talking to himself at the bar. I don't know who he is, but he kind of looks like he's got a whole shitload of manure in the back of a U-Haul.
Yeah. He kind of looks like he hates the government and is trying to teach somebody a lesson. Oh, and by the way, a parting shot on the way out.
All right, we will see you coming up tomorrow. We'll have all the recaps, 3 o'clock right here in the Ingles Studio, on here on YouTube and on ESPN Asheville. Take us with you everywhere you go on the iHeartRadio app.
And I may or may not look like Greg Dulcich tomorrow. We'll see.
Have a great weekend.